It's like the third time I've been referred to as Rain Man on this podcast.
Sorry, Dylan, makes you feel any better. I won't use DoorDash because of Terminator 2.
Hunter, why are you sweating so hard?
Hunter, dude, what's going on?
Man, I'm just feeling stuck. Like, stuck and static. Ooh! Ooh! We haven't heard that banger in a minute, son. Good Lord. Welcome back, everybody. Thank God that writer strike is over. We are back.
Yeah.
Wow, now we can finally make money again.
Yes.
Right? Jesus Christ.
It's good to be back,
It's
boys.
been tough, right?
Yeah.
Living off of loans and moms and stuff. Man, but we're back from the strike.
I was doing that before, but yeah, it's been a little,
I guess you still live with your mom, don't you?
yeah, it's been a little tough on Grandma for sure.
Yeah. Having you home all the time.
Yeah, she's just
Jesus.
She's been like, "Why aren't you at your podcast?
Why aren't you writing material like you
Yeah.
usually are?
Yeah, you know that estate's not going to pay for itself, Grandma." But yeah, welcome back, guys.
Let's see. We got a topic list now for you.
Well,
And we're back on
this
what?
move, dude.
Oh, yeah, that's right. This is a new studio. Living room.
Yeah.
Studio.
No, it's a studio.
Yeah. Well, after our, strike check came in, we just moved in to a new place. And no, that's not at all what happened. Who was the property management? Let's call them out. I think we said it last time.
I don't remember, honestly.
Fuck them.
Yeah, fuck
That's
them.
all right.
Regardless.
That's fine. Regardless of what it
Regardless.
is, they caused the last month and a half to just disappear essentially.
Well, and I want to say that the writer strike was tough because we couldn't pay the bills. So
Yeah.
we had to.
Yeah, and kicked out of our studio living room.
So yeah, so this is kind of like
We're trying to make it exactly as the same as possible, which I think we've done a pretty good job. We can fit probably a few more people in here now.
Absolutely.
Yeah, we got more space.
at least 50.
As Kat is still here.
Absolutely.
Dylan's still dying because of that.
You look at him just in here knowing what he's doing.
Yeah, exactly.
He's like, let me just rub my buddy all over this.
Oh, and we're missing a Brady.
Yes.
That's right.
Yeah, so Brady's not here.
Brady's failed his exam 2 more times since the last time we recorded.
Whoa.
One
Whoa.
more time.
There you go.
That's right. One more time.
Four in total.
So Brady needs to focus on some stuff before he comes back to the podcast. So we're going to wish him the best of luck. And you should too, because he fucking needs it. Jesus Christ. Oh
Needs
my
it.
God.
Hey, but before you know it, he's going to be selling rooms just like this, boys.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
He
Maybe
this-
not though. At this pace.
Maybe not this
Yeah.
place.
I know for a fact his first house is gonna be, the inside's gonna be painted denim. He's gonna be like, thank God. Brady's gonna buy. Brady's gonna. Do you remember what was it? Do you guys ever watch Parks and Rec?
Yeah.
To where Tom Haverford and John Ralphio, when they started their business, for the first 4 weeks, they told everyone they were booked up to make it seem like.
yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
So Brady's gonna buy his first house and be like, "I'm killing it, boys." Brady, you have no money.
It's okay. He's gonna because once he gets past the hump of the technical stuff, he's gonna do great. It's just a massive hump that he has to get over. But once he's in there, he's gonna be able to sell houses to anybody.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
He's just got to get his groove. But yes, so we have topics for everybody, and I'm ready to be back in it, boys. I'm excited to be here.
That's enough update for now. We're back at Stuck in Static.
We're
Let's hit
back
the
in it.
fucking
Yeah,
ground running.
boys.
Back.
Hit a
Cheers.
button that makes a sound happen.
Let's fucking.
Any button. Yeah.
I don't know
What was that one? Oh my God.
God,
That
yeah,
was
Jesus Christ.
What, did we just,
Whatever
I'm
button
not
that is,
shooting
let's
it.
delete it
Yeah.
immediately.
All right,
Demon
I'm
White
not-
Holy shit.
I'm not shooting this.
God, I love sweet tea.
That's really good to sip on.
There you go.
I like it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
take a little sippy sip.
I'm not drinking all this. Are you fucking crazy? Jesus.
Maybe. So
I think the time away from the pod has made me realize I don't like drinking.
really,
Just in general, yeah. I went to West 6 for my buddy's birthday thing the other
oh
day.
yeah, was that a good time?
It was a good time. Yeah,
Good.
it was fun.
You were there for 7 hours.
Oktoberfest. Yeah, we were there for a while.
That's a cool spot.
Yeah.
I like West 6.
We did the tour in there.
Oh,
The
yeah.
tour inside of West 6 is awesome. For all you
Yeah.
Lexington people, they have a tour in there where they show you how they have their whole aquaponic system set up. So it's they have a tilapia farm, and the tilapia poop feeds the vegetables that they grow as well. And it's a big ecosystem in there.
What?
It's super sick. It's really cool. And you can just go, it's like $10 and you get the tour. It's great. It's super cool.
First thing you said, with people growing their own fish for their own farm. Everyone there is wearing natural deodorant for sure.
Probably not. Probably no deodorant. Yeah.
Oh God.
I haven't worn deodorant in like almost a decade.
You know, I roast that, but that's actually fucking awesome that
Yeah.
they do that shit.
Yeah, I mean, no, like that whole aquaponics is like you just create an ecosystem and then you infinitely farm fish and and food and stuff. So yeah, it's super cool. But I was
Man,
saying,
all that inside, that's crazy.
yeah, it's all inside too because they have Smith Mountain Seafood connected right next to it.
Is that the tilapia that they use for that?
Yeah, I'm sure they serve tilapia there, but tilapia sucks. I don't know if you know this, but tilapia is garbage fish.
I'll
It's-
clap some tilapia.
I know you will, but it's just not very good. It's good fried up or something, you know what I'm saying? But like, it's not a great fish. But it's a cool concept. All that they do it with shrimp too. There's like a shrimp variation of this whole thing.
See, we've now been on this wave where everyone's like roasting like shrimp and oysters, and they're like, "You're scared of these bugs, but not these bugs." And it's like, yeah, I am eating.
Who's
cockroach.
roasting shrimp?
Dude, they're saying it's a cockroaches of the sea. I couldn't disagree more.
I think they're great.
They're
Who's
cleaning
roasting
it.
shrimp? Hold up.
I know, dude.
Shrimp are way like cooler looking than cockroaches too. Let's be
Absolutely.
real. Right? They look like little
To be
torpedoes.
fair, roast shrimp sounds pretty phenomenal.
That does sound
Sure.
good. Yeah, they're roasting shrimp.
Sure.
Right?
Roast shrimp sounds pretty.
Who's
damn
roasting
good.
oysters?
Yeah.
They're just haters, bro.
I'm-
If you don't like eating oysters, you're a child
Yeah.
at this point. Honestly,
you can tell
grow
that
up.
date went really bad. I was on.
Yeah. Right? You said they're raw?
Yeah. You like shrimp? Fuck you.
Yeah. But I was
a good time.
I was drinking there. I had one Oktoberfest beer and 2 little tall glasses of Kolsch. And I was just like, oh my God, I'm way too fucked up. I'm just like not having a good time anymore. I was like, the only way that I can save myself from this is to keep drinking faster and get more drunk because then I was like, I can't do that. Like my body just, so
I'm in
yeah.
a public place. I
This
can't.
time away
yeah.
has made me realize like, yeah, drinking's not really I like liquor. I like just drinking liquor and just a little bit and then just, I'm good.
Well, I
I'm
was
good.
going to say to you, you never really drank with us, and when you did, it was always really bad.
And I vomited each
Yeah,
time.
exactly.
Yeah, right. I just don't do that.
Yeah, well, we had the long stretch of drinking good bourbon, and then when we took you over to cocktails, we all had those bourbon and cokes. I was like, this
Yeah.
is fucking gross.
Yeah, that's so
that was
different.
rough.
Yeah, something was gross about it. But yeah, I'm glad you came to that realization.
Yeah, I should have come to it a long time ago.
I hit a wall. I signed up for therapy. So
Nice.
I'm doing some of that stuff.
Yeah.
Shout out to therapy. And I was answering the questionnaire to see if you needed basically addiction counseling. I was hitting a lot of those yeses on those boxes.
yeah.
I was hitting a lot of those yeses. But I was looking at it and I was like, all right, this is the time to maybe calm down, reel it in a little bit. And not do belly shots off of a random mom.
How's that going for you?
It's exhausting.
Yeah, not
Right.
doing it is exhausting.
No, just being sober is pretty.
Oh, really?
Even though we just did that, but tea. But no, it's good. I've realized that I can't drink during the week anymore. It's just,
it's rough.
yeah. One of the questions was, have you ever called into work for drinking?
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Whoa,
right.
starting off this questionnaire.
It's
rough.
like, damn, that was personal.
Man, right
Yeah.
there. They're like, how tall are you? Do you have any hair? This is getting really
Wait
specific.
a second. She wear glasses. Yes.
But you were over there. You figured all that out. Did Ryan have a good birthday?
yeah,
over there?
yeah, it was great. It was a fun time. What is Oktoberfest?
So it's the German festival. It's like a Oktoberfest. So it's this. I'm gonna fucking.
That doesn't make
I'm gonna just bullshit this real quick, but I assume it is the Harvest Festival for beer.
It is not actually. It's a celebration of like a king getting married to some queen or some person, and they just partied for 2 weeks. Like I don't get it.
So this
in
was
general.
a test.
Yeah, kind of. Honestly, I expected you to know at least. That was like one of the first topics of conversation was you saw Smash Mouth at Oktoberfest. R.I.P. the lead singer of Smash Mouth.
Yeah, R.I.P.
That's a low key important milestone in our podcast. Was
Yeah.
Smash Mouth got brought up probably for 6 weeks straight.
God, I love me some
Yeah.
Smash Mouth. But no, Oktoberfest. Yeah, it's it actually happens in September. Called Oktoberfest.
It's like the first 2 weeks of October though, right?
No, it's the last 2 weeks of September.
What?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, man. I'll Google it.
Anyway, see, I just don't get. I don't understand what it is. But it's fun.
Yeah.
It's fun.
It's like
you know?
physics, man. It exists and it's good.
Fucking magnets. How do they work? But yeah, so we're gonna try to be a little more structured. We have a list of things to talk about. Finally,
always structured.
This was Hunter's topic. Utah has banned Pornhub.
This is huge, folks.
This is huge for those
Is it
Utahnites?
Utonians?
I don't know.
Euthanites would be dope.
Utanites.
Yeah.
Yeah, like Mennonites, but they're Mormon.
Yeah, I've definitely had that on my toe.
Well, Utah don't allow a lot of things, right?
I didn't realize how strict Utah was in general about stuff.
It was like no alcohol above 10% or something.
That's going on out there, and then there's...
But you can have multiple wives.
Yeah, the trade-offs.
Trade-off is pretty.
But you have to be Mormon.
phenomenal.
Dude, if you're a
You know,
Christian,
like-
it's fine, dude. But no, so the Utah thing I saw because it got brought up, and someone told me, "Hey, go watch this video of what it would happen if you go to Pornhub." They didn't block it, but essentially what you have to do is this: you have to have an ID, and then you have to put your ID number in to go to these websites, and
Oh, wow. Pornhub has blocked access to its site in Utah over age verification law.
Yes.
So there's a law that says that you have to have show proof that you're 18.
yeah, you have to put in your ID
Yeah.
number.
So Pornhub was just like, no, you don't get any.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they completely blocked it. Yeah.
Right, yeah.
So what they do is they have the MILF of all MILFs. I can't remember her name, but she's in the front of it, and she.
Kathy Bates?
That doesn't sound like a cool porn name.
No,
Is it Kathy Bates?
no, it's not. Do you know Kathy Bates?
Yeah, from Bates Motel, right?
I think so, yeah. And Misery.
Yeah.
She's like the greatest actress that I know of.
No.
Also the only one.
Yeah. But no, it could have been Kathy Bates. I hope it was. Now that you say
No,
that.
it definitely wasn't. I don't think Kathy Bates was advocating for
She
Pornhub
could
in any
crack
sense.
my ankles. But no, so she pops up on there and she basically is wearing a suit and she's advocating to make sure you go and vote because her whole idea is that now it's, Pornhub, it's porn, of course, but a lot of people on there don't realize they go through a lot of verification, so they say, but a lot of the stuff is somewhat cleaner than what I fucking watched when I was a kid. You know what I mean?
I mean, I don't think it's a bad idea to ban kids from watching Pornhub.
No.
In general, I think it's a pretty smart idea.
Yes, but at the same time, kids are going to find it no matter what, and it's already out there. So they're going to go to more dangerous sites, put in more information because other sites are requiring that, and other sites are not regulated enough to where they're stealing people's information.
Like which ones?
I don't know, Red to this is a test. But no, what what Pornhub is essentially saying is that it's breaking one of the laws of essential freedoms, essentially. So
Yeah.
and also there have
For
been
who?
just fucking. Well,
Here's
the
there's
funny,
age restrictions on a lot of things in this country.
Well, let me.
Yeah, it's like, are we blocking the freedoms of kids to watch porn or for people to be able to show kids porn?
Yeah.
So here's what I'm not taking a huge step for porn. We need porn.
Freedom of speech.
But I'm saying
Shove your head in her vagina.
No, but my thing is that the thing is it's already out there. So kids are going to find it no matter what. But essentially, what
Are they though? But it being out there, is Pornhub, isn't it? I guess there's other sites that also have free.
Yes, I guess you don't whack it enough there, dude. I'm telling you, when I had to borrow my neighbor's Linksys for fucking Wi-Fi, and I had to go in the corner of the house and whip out this fucking 4-incher and get after it, it was tough, and I don't want kids to go through that. But in serious note,
That's a Wi-Fi problem.
yeah, it's a rough Wi-Fi problem. But the thing is, here's what I'm saying. These are the same people that say you should be able to own a gun at whatever age. These are the same people that tell you what you can read and what you can't read now,
Is
what
it,
can be
though?
in schools. It is. It's the same people doing the same shit out there, these extreme far-right fucks who are stopping stuff, and they're complete hypocrites. They're telling what can be in schools, what can be read, what pronoun you can use, busting out all this shit, and they're the same ones taking away the things in the first place. They're taking away the things that they don't like because they don't view it the same way you do. And yes, porn's an extreme case of that, but I'm saying in general, now to go to any age-restricted site, this is not just porn, this is any age restricted, you have to put in an ID number, and people are losing their identities, people are having their accounts stolen, and stuff like that. So that's the problem out there. That kind of is the overarching. I think it takes away a freedom. If this was if strippers was promoting guns, that shit wouldn't have been fucking outlawed, dude. If they're getting railed with a fucking AR,
Yeah.
we'd be promoting that shit everywhere.
But I feel it's just, to me, I mean, I guess it's where does it stop? Because you could look at Instagram or TikTok or Twitter, especially now. I haven't been on it since it's been X or whatever, but Twitter, even before Elon, was just a fucking cesspool of just anything you could ever imagine just on there. But where does it stop? Where do they stop banning things? I get Pornhub, but it's are you gonna count Instagram now as porn, so you can't see that?
And the next move that they're actually doing is they're making if they can't do the age restriction on TikTok, they're going to do try and go for viewing limits, which I'm all down for viewing limits. I think that's somewhat reasonable, but at the same time, it's like you're telling me no one's putting some money in your fucking pocket to do this shit.
Oh yeah, I mean, there's definitely somewhere. There's a reason why it's happening, but yeah, I guess at the end of the day, it's political. It's just like a political stunt.
My thing is, when, like you said, we're on a slippery slope right now. And when's it going to turn into you can't watch this certain channel? You can't read this certain book. To me, that's really slippery. And of course, I hate that porn is the overarching principle here. But at the same time, it's like if you're going to implement something, I do appreciate Pornhub for being like, all right, people are getting their identity stolen. People are not able to, we pay our actors. They get money from what they're doing here. This is a business, yada, yada, yada. You're taking out of our pocket, so now people can't watch it there. So
Yeah.
I thought it was a cool way that they're like, all right, well, if you're going to do this shit, because other sites are getting hit hard with legal stuff because people's identities are getting stolen.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean?
But is that everywhere?
No, it's just Utah.
Just in Utah?
Yeah.
Why?
Great question.
Right? Do Mormons not know how to use the internet?
I didn't realize Utah was that fucking batshit out there.
They're all Mormon. That's the whole thing. They're entirely Mormon, and they have a basketball team called the Jazz. They're a backwards ass place. I'll tell you
Now
that.
that you put it like that,
Yeah, right. Like that's the worst. I mean, first of all, Jazz has nothing to do with Utah. Like it would make sense if it was like the New Orleans Jazz or something, but like Utah.
that's where the franchise came from.
Is it really?
Yeah.
They should have changed the name then to like the Utah. I don't know.
valleys.
Fucking valleys,
Yeah,
yeah, or
I
just
mean-
like celibates or something.
Yeah, like rain, like shadow rain. I don't know. And that's these fucking basketball names. Let's get creative.
yeah.
Yeah. Oh, did you see that the Redskins right now, the Native Americans are actually suing them to change their name back?
I've heard something like that. Yeah, yeah.
What? I thought it was Native Americans that sued in the first place.
I don't know. I don't know that any Native Americans that sued anyone, did they?
Because I thought it was considered a racial slur.
The only people that have guilt is white people. Like,
And I feel like it was like just done in the heat of the moment.
yeah.
It's like,
carry it everywhere.
yeah, like the Cleveland Indians, for example. I feel like the Indians are like a little more of an extreme example because it's just a red face, just like Indian guy.
What do you think the Redskins
But
were?
the Redskin
It was even
dude, that
redder.
guy looked respectable. That guy looked like a chief.
Whoa, Brady. Oh,
What do you mean?
I-
What do you mean? Did he not? I mean, like the Cleveland Indians logo looked like a. Let's see this thing. He looked like a complete caricature.
With a bow.
it really did look like a Disney interpretation.
Oh, did it? Well, if it's got singing in it. Oh,
Yeah, look at this
yeah.
guy. Look at that guy.
Yeah.
You know,
That's
when you,
horrible.
When you put it out there,
That's horrible.
That's a really
right?
good point.
All right, let's pull up the Redskins logo because, like,
I think it was just an actual like because it's the same head that was on the 50-cent quarter.
yeah, like look at that guy.
Yeah.
that guy looks way more like respected as like this is
It's actually
we're the Redskins.
It's pretty
you know
cool.
what I'm saying?
But I thought they always saw that as like a racial slur. I thought.
I mean, yeah, it is racial for sure.
But
and
now,
and it's fucked up in ways. But there's other sports teams that are named after like the Chicago Blackhawks, for example, are like named after the Blackhawk tribe, but they got some like permission to do that.
well, and I think the big
Yeah, I
thing.
mean, people tried to, when all this was going down with the Redskins and
Yeah.
Indians, they tried to come after Florida State. And
Yeah, yeah.
Seminoles.
the whole Seminole Nation was like, do you all realize what this school does for us?
Right,
Like,
right.
They're
Yeah.
the reason we still exist.
Yeah.
Like, it just, yeah, it's weird because it really is like, white people are the only people that get mad about shit like
Yeah,
this.
yeah.
Like,
Well, I mean, like I feel like it's
have you
one of
seen
those,
the guy whose entire YouTube page is like he dresses up in like he's dressed
Oh,
up
and
in
goes
like
and asks people?
Mexican garb and like
Yeah,
went
yeah.
into Mexican neighborhoods and asked if they're offended and they're like, no, like I think
Yeah.
it's cool. And then he'll go into a white neighborhood and they're like, yes, you can't do that. Like that's appropriation and blah blah blah. And he does the same thing with
Yeah.
like different Asian cultures, different like cultures from all around the world, and goes up to
Yeah.
those people and
If
they're
he
like,
dressed up
no,
like
like we like it.
yeah,
He did it in Jamaica. Like
yeah, yeah. I feel like it's context dependent though, because if you go to the place where it is, of course they're gonna be like, "Fuck yeah."
yeah, you're also a white dude
But
with
if
a
it
camera in
was
their face. Do
one-
you like this?
Yeah, if it was like one minority person around a bunch of other people that were, dressed up as them, I feel like that's where like things get off. But like, yeah, any culture wants their culture celebrated, not caricatured. That's why I think the Indians one was just like,
Okay.
Yeah.
let's knock that out, and then like it just kind of trickled to everyone else.
Yeah.
But everyone else was like, wait, hold on. We're
Yeah.
not fucking
let's
Ohio.
put some,
guys.
let's put some, let's
Right.
put some
It's like,
context
y'all-
behind this
right.
because it's not
Let's-
quite the way you're
We're just
making
gonna
it out
dog
to be.
Ohio. That's where Ohio started its
Yeah, it's
downfall.
like do you want Utah to change their mascot? They're the Utes.
Yeah.
You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah,
Like
right.
The fucking Utes, dude.
Is that Native American?
yeah,
I had no idea.
the Ute tribe. Yeah,
See, that's so close to Utah. That
Oh,
might
is
as well
it
just be
Utes or
yeah,
Utes?
UTE. Yeah.
No shit.
Utah Utes.
Damn, I did not know that.
Yeah.
That's a kind of a badass name now that I didn't know that. I thought it was
that's
just like
like
you're
the-
calling yourself a you, dude.
that's like
It's
the
one of those new
original
pronouns.
Yeah, like,
Pronouns are you.
yeah, tell me 4 words with you.
They're
in it.
you and me.
Yeah. Whoa.
Yeah.
In the Utes.
Well, Utah's banning Pornhub, so let us know what you think. I mean, fuck. If it's political, it's probably shitty, at the end of the day. But I guess in essence, it's we don't want everyone watching porn when they're young.
Yeah, I get it. And
Right.
there's definitely a problem with that. But
There's a bunch of lonely young men right now who fucking can't get it up because they beat it so much. Like, maybe we'll like let them, especially in Utah, they'll figure out soaking and all that stuff, and like it'll be way more fresh, new to them, and like exciting.
oh, they're still gonna soak. If anything, more
Soaking to
soaking's
soak,
gonna-
dude. Yeah, for sure.
They're still gonna
Yeah, right.
soak.
They're just gonna go to more dangerous routes like soaking.
If anything, I wanted it for the
Yeah.
women out there to see that there's more than one man. You know what I
Right?
mean? Like,
Yeah.
the 5 of you can go somewhere else. Fuck. I'm
All
telling
right. On to the next thing. What we got? Taylor Swift is, of course, we're going to talk about the NFL, so we have to talk about Taylor Swift. Absolutely taking the NFL by storm, and now I'm assuming making hella revenue for the NFL because you watch people like in the Chiefs Vikings game, they panned over to Vikings fans with Vikings jersey that said Swift on the back, and I'm just like, that's crazy.
Yeah.
That's crazy. You have other people's fans buying a jersey that doesn't exist. They custom ordered that shit just to have
For
your
a-
name on it.
Yeah, for a rumored to be dating
Right.
opposing player.
I mean, she's
Like,
just she's just a superstar at this point. She goes anywhere. Everyone's just looking at this lady. And I mean, like, does she deserve all this attention is my question.
Oh, yeah.
Does
here's
she deserve it?
She
here's
does.
the real question: is
Yeah.
what's the real angle here?
That's another one.
What's the angle here? 'Cause,
Is
like,
it? Is this a? Yeah, right.
There's no way this is just coincidence, right?
Yeah, because
Like,
Taylor Swift
it
seems
can
to be. I don't know. Like, that's the thing. Is she's so likable as a person? Like, she's always out here just like doing what seems to be the right thing, like for her and her friends. And then like her relationships are the complete opposite.
Yeah.
it's like
Yeah,
it's like
like
she's
it's-
out here just ruining her life.
Well,
Yeah.
that's everyone. That's you know what I mean.
I don't know. Some people are pieces of shit to everyone.
No, well, that's what I'm saying. I'm saying like we're gonna get a sick album out of it. Not that I'm a fan, but I'm gonna tune in just to see what she has to say about motherfucking Kelsey.
I mean, absolutely. I mean, then she's gonna pull NFL fans into the Swiftie world.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh,
dude.
think about
it's a
that.
business move.
Think
But
about
see,
that.
I think it's the opposite.
She's
I
making
think
business.
I think she wants to do a Super Bowl halftime. That's what I think. And I think her and her team probably realized that there's a big gap between her fan base and the NFL fan base. And so her ability to go to the NFL and say, "Hey, I want to do this," may have been a little light. Like she
Yeah,
may
yeah.
not have had that pull because the fan bases are so far apart.
Gotcha.
And so I think she wanted to find a way to make the fan bases mesh. Make
interesting.
her fan base more interested in football.
Right.
And so that way when she goes to the NFL and says, "Hey, I want to do a Super Bowl," they're like, "Well, shit, it makes so much sense. Like you're all in the news about anything NFL right now." So like
I feel like where she's going wrong with this, though, is that if she does that, if she gets her fans mixed in with the NFL fans, i.e., wives of NFL fans,
Yes.
right, you are taking away a lot of married men's Sundays to themselves.
she don't give a shit about that.
That's what I'm
she
saying.
don't give a shit about
She's gonna
that.
detract from like the actual. Think about it like this, right? Like you are just like you and your wife. You've been married for 30 years. You're like you're cool. It's fine. You get your
get one
Sundays. You've got
day.
your you got Sundays.
Yeah.
17 Sundays a year.
Yeah.
You get to yourself and your boys maybe whatever. And now every week. Your wife is sitting there asking
your
about,
boys' wives are there.
about Taylor Swift, and her friends are over
Yeah.
asking about Taylor Swift, asking what the quarterback does, right, it's
Yeah.
gonna drive people fucking insane,
Yeah.
dude. Like, there's gonna have to be like a women's like Swiftie party at the same time.
But the thing is, A, she doesn't give a shit about that, and B, it's not gonna make any guy stop watching football.
That's true.
So
That's
like
true.
you're not gonna drive people far enough away from it that they stop watching.
It's got me
like
into
I
football.
promise
This
you
is
not.
this is really interesting because like I think you're right because either she doesn't give a shit or she hasn't even thought about that angle because I don't think she has.
yeah,
You know what I'm
yeah. Because
saying?
why would she? Because
at the end of the day, she could be genuinely in love with Travis Kelce. so we should give
like,
that.
Of course, that's a possibility.
We should give that at least
but
5%
We're
weight.
realists. We're realists on this podcast.
Right. But like
Finding love for Kelsey.
I just
She
feel like
just had sex with Robert, or what's his name, Robert Goodell, or the owner of it, and then he definitely would have had a Super Bowl.
Roger Goodell.
Yeah.
No,
Nah,
that'd be like fucking the teacher to get an A.
that's what I'm saying.
right.
dude.
Everyone else is gonna look at you like,
that's too obvious. Yeah,
yeah.
that's too obvious.
Yeah.
That's,
Yeah.
But no, I think
would've
what
wore
she's
that
doing
jersey.
is so because I like what you
Travis
said.
Kelce is he's an attractive guy. Like,
Yeah.
and he's very down to earth. Like he's got a podcast that people love, so people love him outside of football. So like all of it makes sense as to like why it's him,
Right.
If that's her angle.
He's white.
I bet his podcast
Yeah.
is just shot up, dude.
Dude,
Oh well, I mean their podcast was huge
He's
before.
getting, he's
like-
getting the Old Spice commercials. And
yeah, I like your whole idea about how. God, what was I gonna say? She doesn't give a shit.
there it
She's
is.
looking for something else. Anyway, I lost it. Fuck it. Anyways, yeah,
It sounded like it was gonna be
yeah.
good.
I had something in there. I had something in there about what you said.
Writer's break took its toll. So
Yeah,
I guess.
right. My brain just haven't been writing lately, you know. But yeah, no, I feel like piggybacking off of the NFL topic and Taylor Swift and podcasts in general, like the Kelsey podcast is phenomenal.
Oh my God.
like that is one of the. I feel like
Those
that
two are so
podcast-
entertaining.
There's a couple of them now that are like them, and then Raw Room. Have you heard of Raw Room?
I don't think so.
Raw Room is with Darren Bates and Jalen Collins.
You know a lot of Bates
Oh yeah,
names.
yeah.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
I've seen a lot of clips from it. I
Right.
didn't know what it was called. Yeah.
Two players who like I knew of. I didn't know too much on the field. They were like
Yeah.
I've seen them in Madden,
Yeah.
of course.
Yeah,
you know
yeah,
what I'm saying?
exactly,
Yeah,
yeah.
like Darren Bates, Jalen Collins. But then they go off and do a podcast together.
Oh my God.
And they are so funny.
And they
Like,
get all the best stories out of people. Like they
best.
just know what questions to ask.
And
Like,
there's-
it's
Is it
so
still a
fucking
sports
good.
podcast?
Yeah,
they're
okay.
talking football. Yeah,
like the whole time they'll get comedians
telling,
and
like,
NBA players and
and,
stuff.
and they're telling like training camp stories and like all the behind the scenes shit that like you actually want to know.
Yeah.
Like you want to know
And, oh
who's
my
a
God.
fucking absolute wild card. Like
Yeah.
you want to know.
I feel like this is like it's so cool seeing sports like open up avenues for their athletes to make money in ways outside of just a sport.
Yeah.
Like they're not just
Yeah.
tied down, just like the NIL in college now.
I love the Pivot podcast with Ryan Clark and Fred Taylor.
Yeah, I haven't
That-
seen that one.
Ryan
Okay.
Clark's fucking phenomenal.
Really?
Like I can't. There are certain things I can't stand listening to him talk about because he's a Steeler.
Yeah, for sure.
But like in terms of just general knowledge of sports and like knowing the questions to ask an athlete,
Yeah,
there are a couple times like they had a conversation with Michael Beasley.
okay, yeah.
I mean, one of the greatest college basketball players
Yeah.
I've ever watched with
Yeah.
my own eyes.
Shout out K State.
Yeah, motherfucker was insane, but never really panned out in the NBA. And they're asking him all these personal questions, and like they got him to break down.
Man,
Oh wow.
And like he was talking about how like he just doesn't feel like he has anybody to trust and stuff. And they're like, well, like you need people like us around.
yeah.
And like he just lost it. Like it's really cool. It's a really cool podcast though. Like they talk about some really really in-depth shit and as far as like the mental side of sports, like the psychological side, as far as like the mind states you have to be able to put yourself in.
Oh, I
and
can only
these-
imagine.
Oh my
Yeah.
God, dude. Like playing at that level.
Right,
like,
right.
God.
See, I like Raw Room because they're sitting there talking about like, man, you're in a 2-minute offense or defense. You get the play call. You're like, what am I doing? They're like,
Yeah.
I don't fucking know. Because it's like it's hilarious listening to defensive players talk about like how they play versus offensive players are all very like, we're a unit, we're a team, we have to
Yeah.
do this. Everyone has to execute at the same time. Defense is like, man, I'm
gonna
I
make
don't know
a-
what the fuck
I'm
you're
gonna
doing.
make a play.
Right, yeah.
I'm gonna make a
Right.
play.
He's
Yeah.
like, I'm just like,
Yeah.
whatever, just don't
See ball, hit ball,
Don't
yeah.
let the fucking ball go that way.
This year specifically, like now that you guys say that, I'm I'm watching defenses this year, and dude, they are fucking animals. I was watching that Cowboys game. It was atrocious with San Francisco, but
Fred Warner is a fucking.
I'm just like, I'm seeing the way these guys, the minute they see that ball, it's like a dog and a toy.
Yeah.
Like it goes down. It's just such muscle reflex.
Did you see the slow mo replay of a play in that game where Cowboys ran a mesh route concept? So you've got two guys coming underneath. Fred Warner, they're playing cover 2, so he's just middle of the field responsibilities. Splits the gap as the receivers are coming to that mesh point, splits the gap between them, and gets in front of both of them to where there's no window for Dak to throw it. Chases Dak out of the pocket, covers a receiver in the flat by jumping so that he can't throw it to him, and then on his way down ges the sack. Made 4 unbelievable plays in the same fucking play, and you're just like,
and all that happened in 20 seconds, probably.
Five. Fuck that. Like
split
seconds. That's what I'm saying. Like you hear all these fucking dumbasses when you're sitting at a bar watching a football game talking about, I could have done that. And it's like, bro, tell me you could play quarterback when a motherfucker's making a play like that. No, you can't.
Team sport, boys. Team sport.
Holy shit.
That brings me. I mean, like that's the thing is like all these amazing plays and then like. Especially like really good players, you don't see them much on these podcasts as much. You know what I'm saying? It's interesting because it's always the other players. I was listening to a story about one guy who played for the Rams like his rookie year when Steven Jackson was still like killing it. And he was like, I remember being in training camp and just seeing Steven Jackson just like absolutely just fired up, right? Just like absolutely just crushing people out on the field. And just like no one could tackle this motherfucker. Like all preseason. And then like we get into the regular season, I just see him come out bloodshot eyes. He had done like smelling salts before the game. And then he goes in first play of the game, runs up the side and gets fucking just cracked, just like absolutely demolished. And then he just gets up and just screams like, ah. And the dude who was also an NFL player talking about the story was like, man, this is different. It's crazy seeing like NFL players being like, what the fuck, bro?
What are these guys on?
Because that's the thing is like, there's like even levels within the NFL of like, just like, you have your average NFL player. Then you have the all-stars that are just like on just something else, right? Just something else. There was another one, like I think Julian Edelman was talking about during the later years of Ray Lewis's career. Like he would just like come to practice. This is like his last year, and he would just like in flip flops, just like set on the field and just like get a fucking rep in. And he's just absolutely locked in because he's so focused. But just hearing stories like that, it's so cool to like podcasts has opened that avenue up because like. Man, some of those guys are hilarious. Like, really good at telling these stories.
We've gotten some really good moments out of some NBA podcasts lately, too.
Oh, yeah?
Not Paul Pierce, Jesus. Paul George and Devin Booker. Shit, did you see that?
No, I don't think so.
So, Booker had, Paul George had Clay on his podcast.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And just in conversation, Paul George asked Clay about the 5 rings comment that he made to Book last year when they got into that big scuffle. And Clay just like very genuinely, very wholesomely answers. He's like, like it's not my best moment. Like, if I could take it back, like Book's always been a great guy to me. Like, I got my feelings hurt because they were kicking our ass that night. Like just very, very genuine, honest answer.
Yeah.
And then Book takes it just completely off the fucking rails and tweets, on the clip, the Instagram reel of that part of the conversation that they clipped, Book comments and is like, did you get the answer you're looking for? Blah, blah, blah. Like talking shit to PG. And PG was like, all right. And so then they got into it. But it's like,
as a young cat,
even shit like that, like seeing these guys like get into it and
real
shit.
time.
Yeah, it's like it's kind of fun.
Well, you used to only be able to see them in press conferences.
Yeah.
And now you see them just be like full on, and it's like fuck it. I feel like Draymond Green started all that clearly.
Yeah. Well, I remember hearing fucking Ocho Cinco talk about his fucking shit. And he just sounded off the wall. He's like, here's the thing. He's like, people put all this healthy shit in their body and it's making them weak.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, dude, that's so great. I'm just going to keep clapping this quarter pounder then.
Yeah.
I could be Ocho.
You just kind of burn 12,000 calories a day.
I was
yeah.
gonna say that's what he doesn't tell people is
Yeah.
that he's
I'm a super athlete.
arguably the hardest worker. Like,
yeah.
Yeah, Ocho, you can eat the quarter pounder, but I still can't do a fucking 65-foot vertical.
Yeah.
You know? But also, I was thinking about when these guys just get up after a tough play every time they like push each other. Or like, and I always think like no one's gonna call that, and then I'm thinking the refs see this so much. These guys are so pumped full of fucking rage
right.
on that field. In my head, I'm like, I used to think I'm hard, dude. I'm so soft.
Oh yeah.
Like I bump into someone, I'm like, excuse me.
Sorry. My bad.
My bad. I don't know where that came from, Paris. I'm sorry.
Just
But
had to do it, huh? just had to bring it up. Yeah, I get it.
But
I get it.
no, I was thinking about it, and like today, I was like, so one of my coworkers, he used to wrestle in college, and I fucking did a little bit, but I was a scrub, and like he was actually pretty decent. And we'll wrestle around. He's a big family guy now, and even when we wrestle around, he still goes like 30% when I'm doing 10, and like we're behind the desk. I'm like, dude, chill out, and he's just fucking like, and I'm always like he's got me. And I'm like, okay, I give, dude. And I'm like, damn, like Nick's always like, why don't you fight back? I was like, cause I'm at work. And he goes, yeah. And then as he walks away, he goes, that's why I didn't win state.
Dang. You don't got that dog in you, man.
No, I definitely don't. I'm a poodle.
Last like podcast, like sports podcast thing that I want to hit on just because they've been so great lately is Caleb Presley, of course, which is like, I guess not a sports podcast necessarily, but he gets these, he had Joe Burrow on. I saw a clip when he had Joe Burrow on recently. Oh my, this guy is a genius. This guy, okay, so like Bobby Altoff is trying to do Caleb Presley.
Yeah.
It's just Caleb Presley is actually like naturally good at it and puts effort and time
Yeah.
and like to thinking of what he's going to do.
Is that the dude that does the UFC too?
No. Caleb Presley has like the long hair. He has the Glenny Balls is a side character.
Okay.
The Barstool guy.
Oh, that's
Barstool,
badass. I didn't know he had Burrow on.
Dude,
That's awesome.
he had Joe Burrow on. He was like, they were in the weight room. He was like, so what's the most you ever lifted? And then Joe Burrow's like, I don't know, like 400. And he was like, what's her name? I'm just like fucking.
And
just
Joe's
gold.
so awkward that he knew he'd get the reaction because Joe's just like,
He couldn't even like come back with
Yeah,
anything.
like-
He was just like, damn.
Yeah.
Yeah, that guy is absolutely killing
Yeah.
it. Shout out to Caleb Presley. What else we got on here? New Drake album.
dude.
I was like, I listened to it earlier. I was like, I've just never been a fan of Drake. I get it.
I
It's
feel
cool.
like he
just
could
think-
do hip hop though, and he only does one decent hip hop track a year. You know what I mean?
I don't know enough about him to make that statement even. It's just like, I feel like when I hear Drake, there's a few songs in there that are pretty good, but it's just like, his catalog is huge. Like, I feel like he's going to come out with something else next year. Like, this might be setting up something to come out later even. But I also just don't like how every single song is about some woman that he's trying to fuck or did fuck or didn't fuck or
That's why
know.
you couldn't be a
that's
Swiftie.
That's the whole thing. That's the whole thing. Drake is male Swift.
That's what I'm saying. Dude.
Like, I don't get it. I'm just like every song is about that. I'm like
Can you imagine if you
Okay.
saw like if Drake dated like an
Drake, are you
NBA?
doing that bad? Are you doing that bad? A whole album?
No, cause it's all about that fucking shmoney, baby.
I guess.
It's all about that shmoney. I want to see him date an NBA player and then or a WNBA player. I'll get that jersey. Out here in the fucking what's it 303 whatever the fuck it is 60 I don't know Canada area code.
I just don't understand what Drake has just a stranglehold on people. You know what I'm saying? He literally is Taylor Swift of males at this point. Like some people are so about Drake, like DJ Academics and stuff, they're just like all over him. I just don't understand it entirely. Might get a lot of hate for that. I don't know. Dylan, you tell me, you like music.
I don't know. I think it's incredibly impressive for someone to have that kind of longevity in the music scene today because, it's not like it used to be where you can just stick to what you do,
Yeah.
write the same songs 18 times,
You got to evolve today.
put out music every 3-4 years,
Right.
and you're fine. Like
Well,
you
now
can't
people will
live
say
off
he
that
does the same
anymore.
thing. You know what I mean?
But he's putting out music every year still. He's 15 plus years
It's true.
deep in this run.
And
He's
that-
still putting it out. He's still like
He's 6.
there's a different level of like pressure that is on him that no other artist in the world, other than maybe Swift, Adele, people like that have, to where if he puts something out and it doesn't hit number one in the charts, people are saying he's fallen off and he's flopped and it's not it's a terrible album. And
it's like his longevity and success is a detriment to him now.
Yeah, it's like he put it out and people are like, oh, this isn't isn't the Drake I know. It's like if he put out the same album that he's put out, you're gonna dog him for that.
You know what? Who else did that?
If it is the same, you're gonna hate him for it. If it's not the same, you're gonna hate on him because it's not the same old Drake.
Yeah,
and it's not what you remember. It's like he can't win. Like, he's to the point where he's so successful. There's no way for him to win.
People want him to be who he was when they've discovered him.
Yes.
Yeah. You know who else was really good about evolving their music and stuff was like the Beatles.
Oh,
like they
God,
and
yeah.
I don't know enough about music history to
an insane degree.
To I don't know like what the reception was to the Beatles making some, wild out there shit. I'm sure it wasn't very good at first, but like I think that's the one part of Drake I do admire is like he's an artist. Like he does what he needs to do to like, advance whatever he like
and more importantly, he does what he wants to do.
Yeah.
Like you can tell every album he's put out, there's a piece of him in it because you can tell how much it means to him. You can tell that the hours that have gone into it, like that. Yeah. That's not, you can't fake that. That's
all I gotta say is that it's not a very good album to work out to.
It's more of a vibey album.
Yeah,
like it's more like you're sitting with your boys chilling, or like you're
trading
like
hand jobs and right.
It's not really like clubby music.
I get a hand job.
Yeah,
just
like whispering in each other's ears kind of music. Yeah, I get it.
You don't listen to that shit when you go to the gym, fucking pussy. Get that shit in, dude.
Dude, you were pulling up Iron and Wine or something earlier.
Yeah,
I don't know what you
Shout out to fucking Drake.
Hunter
dude.
put shuffle on his music and immediately came out with the softest shit I've ever heard in my life.
Vintage
and
Girl
like,
is
don't get me wrong, I like some
Fire.
soft shit for sure. But that's the one way you expose someone is you hit shuffle on their like songs.
Let the world know.
And just find what you find in there because you'll find some deep dark secrets.
You can hit shuffle on any one of my like 7-8 playlists and find something and go, ooh, what is
like,
this, bro?
This, yeah.
Like what do you listen to? It's like
Right?
I don't know. I caught a vibe one day. Shit, I don't know.
Right?
Yeah, you get Sleeping with Sirens and then Limp Bizkit. You guys would be like, he does watch a lot of porn.
Yeah, clearly.
Yeah, he's fucking in it.
Well, in another sports news, sports gambling is legal here now in Kentucky. That's a big thing. Gonna make a lot of poor people.
I have seen
Yeah.
I've seen some different sides of a couple friends since that has happened. That's
Really?
for sure.
The anger I see at bars
People,
now.
well, and like people that like used to give me shit about sitting and stressing a game are now like, what do you have on such and such game, and what do you think about this and this parlay? I'm like, bro, like I remember my first month.
Yeah.
Like it's like you'll get over that phase real quick when you lose,
Yeah, it's just crazy. Like every single time, because there's every single commercial now on any show, podcast, YouTube, anything you see at this point. It's all sports betting. It's like
gambling, sports gambling is now legal in Kentucky.
Like,
get your free.
Right.
blah,
Give
blah.
us $1. We'll give you $10,000 to waste. And like it's just so crazy.
They don't tell you can't pull any of that 10 grand off until you bet it, until it's gone through. Yeah, it's like
it's so crazy to me because I feel like this is like it's great. I think it's great. It will make money for the state, obviously, but at the detriment of the stupidest people in our state.
Oh yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like at the detriment of the people
those are
that
also
need
the
to lead
people
the
that
least.
can't afford it the least.
Right. Right.
Like,
I don't understand. Like,
what's
hyped,
gonna happen here?
That's what I'm saying. Like 10 years down the line, I feel like this is going to be a bad, because this is This is Robin Hood all over again. This is Robin Hood, people losing all their money on just random stocks and
I guarantee you know how like all the commercials say like call 1-800-GAMBLER except in like there's like one state that's an exception because it has its own. Oh, Kentucky's gonna be another exception to that where they have their own.
Oh yeah, they're gonna make a lot of call centers.
There's
for this.
there's gonna be a lot
of jobs.
Robin Hood did the opposite. I'm pretty sure it gave it to the rich in that one. You know what I mean? Like based off the whole character. Now that I think about it.
Are you following the discussion?
I'm with it. Robin Hood was a sick ass movie. Robin Hood's fire.
No, I just feel like, I mean, sports gambling, it's one of those things that like everyone I know is into it. I haven't done it a single once yet because I'm scared, because I'm like, this sounds like a slippery slope for me. But as long as people are having fun but at the end of the day, this is a company trying to make money.
Well, and
Their whole model is you lose money, I get the money.
It's like any vice that anybody has. I mean, you can do it responsibly. You can do it like you can do it and have fun and
I'm not responsible.
and like not break yourself to
Yeah.
the point you're living under a bridge.
yeah.
But
You
most
can.
people,
It's like 30% of people.
I was gonna say once again, like
Yeah.
most vices, most people don't have that
Yeah. Right.
that
I mean, like,
mentality to be able to control it.
Here's
either,
$400.
so-
Please call 3-800.
Yeah, call 1-800-GAMBLER.
I used to, in high school band, we used to have a fundraiser where every weekend we'd work at the bingo hall. And let me tell you what, when you work a bingo hall, you see some shit, bro. You see all types of people.
That's a different kind of degeneracy.
Up until my
Like,
sophomore
that's-
year, they were
that's
allowed to
wild.
smoke in there. Like they were allowed to
God.
smoke cigarettes indoors at the bingo hall while us high schoolers rode around and sold them $1 tickets to buy random shit.
No shit. So this was like literally a place where they just do bingo?
Yeah.
Just bingo.
Oh, dude, these are all
Just
over the
bingo.
place.
Oh man, and
These are all over the place.
and when someone gets a
What?
big,
there's
when
a
you're like-
huge bingo hall. I think it's in Barberville. Anyway, like it's like the closest one to Harlan was like an hour
So
drive.
people, it's literally like a lottery, but they just fucking roll
People-
the thing and then pull
Yeah.
out a
I know
ball
I
and-
know families that would make weekly trips to the bingo hall. Like
Yeah.
that was like their big fun for the
That
week
sounds
is
so
taking a trip to the
boring.
bingo hall. Like
the worst, the absolute worst. And like literally, like what we would do is we'd have the stack of cards. I don't even remember what they were, but they all had some sort of name, and we'd have to just walk around calling out the name of the card, and people would be like, "Huh, over here," and then like we just sell them a card for $1. And like,
B42?
man, when you're like 15 numbers picked deep into that bingo. The environment in that place, let me tell you, like playoff atmosphere.
Check his card.
It's fucking
card.
intense, bro. These people, and they're all like, he's cheating. They're all 65 plus. They're all like on oxygen, right? Just like fucking zanned out of their minds. And just, dude, but here's the thing too. There's a couple of really rich people in there.
Oh, yeah, I
every
bet.
time.
Oh,
really
every
rich people
time.
that will try to slip you money and be like, hey. Hook me up. I'm like, with what?
Yeah, like what?
Right.
what would you like me to?
How much of a
do?
degenerate are you right now? It's like now you're just trying to play mind games to
How
try
do
to get people to do
how
shit
do I
for you.
even do I like take a photo of your card? How do I hook
Yeah,
you? You
yeah.
know what
I'm
I
just
mean?
like, I don't know what to do. I don't know what that means.
B46.
Yeah, man.
That's gnarly.
But yeah,
Seems
I
boring
feel like
as
bingo is probably like the final stage of gambling addiction, don't you think?
Oh, it's gotta be.
Like it's gotta be. I mean, like scratch offs, lottery, sports gambling, investing. Man, if you're at a bingo hall, bro, like you have gotten like. It goes like right before the bingo hall is that boat that goes out into the middle of whatever lake so they can gamble. And then you're like, I don't got my sea legs anymore. I'm gonna go to the bingo hall.
I feel like the last leg
They
is
have an
either
on-ramp.
bingo hall or like just straight up slots. Like you're just you see those people that are just sitting there
In the gas
Yeah.
station.
12
Those are
cigarettes
rough.
deep,
Right.
12 cigarettes deep at the
Yeah.
same fucking the same one they've been at for fucking the 6 hours prior.
They're not gonna go there and hit it and they're pissed, dude.
Yeah.
That's shit.
Right? And it's like
Can't, like
that's the final stage. It's like bingo.
so
and
unhealthy they can't even close their mouth.
just mouth breathing, just breathing through their mouth on everything. Right before, like bingo and Keno, I think are the two. Like, they're the same thing. When you see those motherfuckers in the gas station that has 2 chairs and a table, just sitting there looking at Keno for like 4 hours
Eating
a day.
the fried chicken.
Yeah, you're like,
Yeah.
damn, that is rock bottom.
That's when you walk into a bar in Lexington and can immediately get nervous. As if a bar has Keno, you're like,
Well,
oh
Southern
fuck,
does
where
that.
am I, bro?
Southern does
Like,
that, and I'm always like, what is so? What, look at it.
Yeah.
He's like dot, green dot, and I'm like, what
Yeah.
the fuck? How do you even do this?
Literally, you're just having a good night with your boys, and then that's corny. Just you're like, fuck.
Yeah.
What's happening?
Every time. There was I saw a guy who won it at cocktails. He won like $5,000, And he was like, yeah, dude. I was like, holy shit, I'm gonna start getting on that. And then the guy, the bartender was like, dude, he's in here every day. That's at least $6,000 that he fucking has spent.
Yeah.
I was like, what? Because they do now, but the gas station bums me out though. People are in there.
Oh
fucking,
God, yeah,
Yeah.
that's
the
when
gas
you know
station,
it's.
Dude, you should see the Las Vegas airport. Like I flew through Las Vegas like 2 winters ago to get to California, and you go into Las Vegas, you get out of your airplane, and immediately they have like these just boxes, like clear box, like literally like hamster cages,
And you
full
go
of slot
inside of it?
machines. Yeah, and people are just like in between their flights before people that are going to Vegas, right? That are just like, oh, they have slot machines here. It's like, spend a couple hours here. Check-in's not until 7.
There's at least a couple of them trying to pay for that ticket home.
Oh, right. Like, but if I hit this one, I could buy 2 tickets home.
That's such a terrible bar hop. Let's go to this slot machine now.
Yeah. Oh my God.
There's one down here at the BK, which is fire.
It's such a sad thing to see. Just
Yeah.
like people like slot machines, especially. This is a thing in Japan too with pachinko. It's the same thing. Like literal, just like rows and rows and rows of just loud penny like fucking slots,
Yeah.
essentially. And I'm like, God damn, that is. So yeah, I'm gonna avoid the sports gambling for a little bit.
If we didn't sell you on it.
Yeah. I don't know. Are there any what are you betting on, Dylan? Is there any picks that we're doing? Is there anything that we could look at and be like, what's your pick on this?
Football's really like the one sport where I feel like if you're smart about how you do it,
Yeah.
you can be profitable because like
Okay.
football is such an analytical game, like
Yeah.
where it's 11 on 11, like you've got so much to consider. You've got so much like strategy stuff that you can look at.
Yeah.
And so like I have a couple like
Well,
very,
maybe
like-
starting next week we'll like find some prize picks or something.
Yeah,
and give our
absolutely.
takes on that, and then
Absolutely.
maybe we'll get a sponsorship. Who knows? You know, we'll just slightly.
We'll see where it goes. See where
you know,
it goes.
maybe we disagree with it, but we'll still make money off of it.
Use
Is
the
how I
LL
stand on
the
a lot of this
LLC
stuff.
for that.
Yeah, right. Oh yeah, we're LLC. Anyways, I don't know. We're about an hour in. Do you want to wrap
Yeah.
up for now and then come back for a minute
Yeah,
and
we'll
then
take-
wrap
well,
up?
yeah,
Okay.
absolutely. I'm cool with that.
We'll take a quick break.
All right. Hello and welcome back, everybody, to Stuck in Static, the new season. I guess we should call this season 3, right?
Guess
so. Season 3?
New season.
Absolutely,
season 3.
season 3. Season 3 is always the best season.
Question I want to talk about at the top half or the bottom half of season 3. Have y'all ever been explicitly invited to the cookout? Has that ever happened to you?
Hold on. Like the one by college? Like the
No,
one
no,
down
no.
there?
I'm saying like
I've been to that one.
what?
I've been to that one.
Oh, you said by college.
Yeah, like
You mean the University of Kentucky?
Yeah, that's where college is.
Your brain just like shortcutted so much
where
information.
college is.
That the one college. Yeah.
That's where the college
You mean
is.
where college is?
University
You sound like you're from where Dylan's from.
That's where the college is. That's where all the smart folk.
No, have y'all ever been? Has that ever happened to you, where someone's like, "You're invited to the cookout"? Because I've had one experience with this.
Oh, yeah. I've Benitez.
Really?
I mean, his family one.
Okay, but that's Mexican. It's a little different.
It was still pretty cool.
It is a
Can't
cookout.
say.
It is a cookout. I'm just saying, culturally, they don't have claim over that phrase. I'm gonna say that. Because you got invited to a quinceañera. That's different.
Yeah,
That's
quinceañera.
different. That's different. That's a separate topic, separate conversation. Also lit as fuck, too.
yeah, that is lit
Yeah.
as fuck.
I was just thinking about,
No,
I don't know.
guess I really have.
I don't know what we're talking about, but the one time I was invited to a cookout was like, I had this phase like my sophomore year of college where I would just go to hood parties, like as many hood parties as I can. I'd bring a bottle of Hennessy in there. Cause like, I don't know what it was. I was tired of band kids. I was tired of like,
fucking Hennessy?
that's what I'm saying, bro. I was like, yo, we should start going to hood parties. We should start bringing Hennessy and we're gonna have a good time. And guess what? I was right. I was so fucking right, dude.
Carter
I was
suit.
fucking were.
Bro, me,
XL Carter 2.
me, Mario, and then this girl I was dating at the time and another white girl. I mean, like when you pull up 2 minorities and 2 white bitches to a hood party with a fifth of Hennessy, bro, like, you are having a good time. So one time, right?
Were you the only Asian there?
Absolutely.
Yeah?
Dude, it worked to my advantage
Yeah, it's
so
like
well.
California. We're not getting that diverse
Yeah,
out there.
no. I'm saying hood parties too. Like you don't see hood Asians in Kentucky. I'm sorry. Like they exist out there. Trust me, they exist. Not in Kentucky.
Guaylo.
They don't make it this far. But this one party I went to was a Halloween party. I can't remember what I was dressed up as, but it was fun. and we were playing beer pong. And I don't know, I was feeling good in the night. I made a friend. I can't remember his name. Tall ass black dude. I was like, yo, hit this and let's play some beer pong. And we just like, we ran that table for like 6 games straight. I had this man
What'd you hit?
lit. Well, what beer pong?
No, would you? Oh, hit that.
Yeah,
okay,
yeah.
Okay.
I mean, like, it was just win streak. We left the table because we're like, man, we're fucking tired.
Oh,
of
that'll
this.
build a friendship.
Yeah. And man, I got this man so lit. I started calling him T-Mac. He started calling me Yao Ming.
Yeah.
Bro, you know what I'm saying? Like, we're out here hooping on
Yes.
people, right? And at the very end of the night,
that's
as
such
we're
a beautiful
we're
friendship.
talking about anime too. Like, we're fucking bonding. I love this dude. And at the end of the night, as we're about to go home, like, I get his number, like, let's hang out. And he's like, man, you invited to the cookout. I was like, you having a
Whoa.
cookout?
That's like the,
That's literally what I thought. I
that's
was
the
like,
I've
Brady's
waited
card.
my whole life for this
Brady
moment.
got the, what's it called? The fucking, what did he say? The yellow card?
oh, the brown card,
Brown
for,
card.
for Mario?
Yeah.
It's kind of the same, a little same.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
I'm thinking of like a,
Yeah.
a tortilla.
But like, I literally was so excited. I was like, man, this could
that's a
not
good
have
moment.
gone any
That's a
better.
good moment.
Like, I know, like, I was like towing the line of like being racially like insensitive, you know?
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
I was
You're
like,
Asian,
I was like,
bro.
I'll be Asian. I'll bring a fifth of Hennessy. It'll be fucking lit, you
You
know?
know, like saying
It's
like any cool Asian stuff to like counteract like his cool hood stuff.
exactly, right.
Yeah.
And like we all, and like black people and Asians, we bond on anime.
Yeah.
Oh,
So,
dude.
low, sneaky.
By the way, have you all noticed that I swear to God, I love anime. I love fucking Dragon Ball Z, all
Mm-hmm.
that stuff. I tell you what, man, every person I've ever bonded on that has been a fucking black dude
Exactly.
through and through.
Yeah, 100%.
Black people love anime.
Black people love boxing, right?
But they
Good
look so
story.
much cooler doing it too.
Yeah,
dude.
absolutely. So
Oh my
like,
God.
me and this guy, we're just like homies at this point. At the end of the night, he says, I'm invited to the cookout. I'm like, you're having a cookout? No fucking way. The next morning, I'm like, I'm fucking excited. I'm like, yo, last night was lit. We're going to a cookout tonight.
Yeah, man.
I text my boy like 2 p.m. I was like, yo, when's this cookout? And he's like, who's this?
No!
I was like, yo, it's Yao from last night. He was like, oh, Yao, what's up? And he explained to me, he was like, nah, that's just something black people say when they're like, you're cool. I was like, so you
actually
cookout.
okay, so
There's
you
no
had me convinced. Like, I thought you guys had discussed more thoroughly.
That's what I'm saying.
Like food was coming.
That's what I'm saying.
So here's the
I was like,
difference.
go to black
Okay,
cookout. Oh,
Let's break this down.
man.
Let's make it happen again. I'm gonna be the black dude because I'm
Yeah.
cool, and I'm gonna be like, yo, man, hey, man, you invited the cookout.
Oh, for real? There's
Okay,
a cookout?
Now then, after this, did he say we're gonna have potato salad?
No, he was lit.
Okay. So,
No, he said,
so-
he was like, hey, bro, you invited to the cookout. I'm like, fuck yeah.
So I
like,
love that
let's
in your head
go.
though. Like that next day, like it sunk
I
so
was
deep.
hot. I
And
was
you're-
so
you're
happy. I was like,
you're like telling your mom, you're like, Mom, we got to make some dumplings, something
Yeah.
like that. We got to bring something.
Yeah.
Like something's gotta. Yeah, like I love that shit,
Yeah.
dude. Because I remember. Okay, can I tell you my story about something kind of like that? Real
Absolutely.
Quick? Okay.
I want to be a lot more racist than my story.
No, dude, yours is beautiful. If anyone can say over that, go fuck themselves.
Right, if Hunter was like, yeah, I just started bringing Hennessy to black parties,
yeah,
it would look a little different.
I couldn't do that one. Yeah, it's Ciroc. So I know what the bitch is like. So I get invited. So I join the wrestling team. I'm trying to meet all the wrestler guys, and right away I always do this thing to where I moved around so much as a kid. The group that I always saw, I knew right away. Like I always was like, I want to
Yeah,
be
yeah.
friends with them, and then like I'd found myself like, all right, it's almost like self-determining, like you,
Yeah.
act, when you actually materialize in your
Yeah.
brain, whatever, yada yada.
You know, I just sorry to
No, go
aside
ahead, go
on
ahead.
that because I had a similar like bunch of schools growing up, but mine was the opposite. I was like, I am definitely not going to be friends with those people
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
that looks nuclear. Like, so I had a different approach to that.
See, I would always have that group on the side that would invite me with open arms. I was like, just give me a second.
Yeah, yeah, right.
Like-
Like, I'm still
hold on,
I'm still figuring it out.
Let me just see what this side's over
Yeah,
here
yeah.
like.
I'm
real
the
quick.
new kid. You don't
Before-
know.
Yeah,
You don't know what
before
I'm
I start
like.
doing parkour. Let me just kind of,
You could still form an identity. Yo, that was fun. Like,
Yeah.
lucky when you switch schools, you're like, I'd be anyone.
I could do anything,
Yeah.
and I'd always be like. So it got to. This is why I bullshit a lot of stories because at the point I moved around so much, I was like, I'm gonna be gone in a month, and then when
Yeah.
I'm there, and people are like, hey, can we come over to your house? You said you had that like aquarium there and horses. I was like, ooh.
We're in the middle of moving, actually.
Yeah. Also, we're in fucking Indiana, so we're on a budget. But the fucking park's closed. But so I'm talking to the wrestlers, and I get in, and they're like, "Hey, Hunter, would you mind?" Which, shout out to Mike. He goes, which is now my best buddy. He was like the fucking bee's knees on the team, one state, whatever. I'm like, Mike said, "Hey, can I come over and stay the night at your house before I go to this party?" I'm like, "Oh my God, it's happening."
Yeah.
I was like, "You want to stay at my house?
Yeah,
I'm gonna
yeah,
clean the fucking shit off and everything
Right.
like that." This is when Jay Tyler with me, and I was like, "Oh, I got a black friend." I was like, "That's why." I was like, "We looking cool." He's like, "He knows I'm diverse." Like we're
Right.
looking at Jay Todd's like
Except it's Jay Todd, yeah.
lighter skin than me.
Right.
So he's coming over. I was like, "Hey, Mom, I'm gonna have a friend over." Yada.
That's not the black dude you want representing.
Shout out.
Shout out.
But he
bleep that?
he's coming
Mark
over
that.
now.
No, we won't. Fuck that.
He is his mom is like super his whole family's super Catholic. And
Todd?
What?
Todd or another
Mike.
guy? Mike. Okay.
Mike. So he's coming over. You know, they want to do the old school thing. You know how it was. Where, and I always saw this in Indiana as you grow up. Hey, can like let my mom call your mom, talk to her, let her know,
Yeah,
you know,
yeah,
what's
yeah.
going on. You know. So it all happens. We're sitting downstairs, and I'm like, "So, Mike, this is where we play Xbox." So I'm thinking we fucking and this is before I was even drinking. I was like, "I'm thinking maybe we do a little Halo Reach." Get a little crazy.
Yeah,
I'll turn on the radio.
Right.
and
I
we'll
got some
fucking-
code red,
Yeah.
right? Mom said we could have
Voltage,
two
bitch.
each.
I ain't doing that fucking code red.
Yeah.
Sorry, it was just a
No,
voltage.
facts.
term.
Voltage is better.
Yeah, way better.
Yeah, no, I agree.
And I was like, and I got it.
There's too many Mountain Dew flavors now.
Way too many.
It's hard to make a
The
stand.
spicy Cheeto made me hate Mountain Dew.
They're like keeping up with as many pronouns as there are. They're like, there's another pronoun that needs to be another Mountain Dew.
Yeah, this one
Hot
says.
Cheetos, go.
Yeah, this one says non-binary. What's that flavor?
It's up to you.
I don't really know that one.
Yeah, it's like when Stride came out with the mystery gum.
Yeah.
Like, whoa, what is this? Yeah.
Wow, feels like I need to get rid of this. But so he comes over and then he goes, "Hey man, I'm ahead of this party. Is that cool?" And I was like, "Oh yeah." I was like, "When we going?" He goes, "Yeah, you can come." And I was like, and then it all hit me. I was like, "Oh, dude, I was the planner house."
Yeah.
I was the house where they're like,
Yeah.
"Oh, the new kid who's at wrestling."
Nice.
Mom's
You were the
there.
excuse. You were the excuse.
He's
Yeah.
at Hunter's house, so he doesn't
Yeah,
have to, you know,
yeah,
when it's,
yeah.
his mom's there.
Right. Oh,
And
I
all
see.
this has hit me. I got my buddies down from Indiana.
no.
He came the same week. I had all my buddies visiting from Indiana.
Yeah, yeah.
They're just as nerdy as me. We're sitting there playing Xbox. I'm like, "Mike, you having a good time?"
Yeah.
And he's like, he's drinking beer, and I remember him like passing us one. And I was like, "Oh, it's so good. I'm fucked."
yeah,
you know?
yeah.
So we're playing all that shit, and I remember he's going, and then he's like, "You guys should definitely come." I was like, "Okay." So he gets his ride, and I'm like, "Okay, well, now how are we getting there?" So our buddy. Now it's funny that I say this because I'm pretty sure we were juniors at this time. I'm making it sound like I was in 8th grade.
Yeah,
You know
right,
what I mean?
yeah.
But no, Hunter was still doing this until senior year, baby. So he cut. Long story short, we end up going there, and I remember drinking a Natty Ice or whatever it was, and I'm like, I think I'm good. You know what I mean? I looked at my one buddy who now we love drinking beer together. I looked at him. I was like, he looked at me first. And he goes, "Yeah, I don't think that's for me." And it was like
Not
we
the
like had this
Natty.
whole conversation about it. But I remember like afterwards, I was like, "Well, I better get out of here." So we take the car. This is when you had one beer and you're like, we're all like, "Is everyone good to drive?"
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know, like, is everyone solid?
Yeah.
So then I remember like, "Hey, Mike, you mind if I take a couple beers?" He's like, "Yeah, fine." And so I took like 4 beers. I was like, "We're gonna get fucked. There's 5 of us."
Yeah,
I was like, "We'll share one."
Right.
You know what I mean?
Good tall boys.
Yeah. So we did that, and that was my moment of being like, "Oh, this wasn't an actual cookout.
Yeah.
This was
right.
an actual sleepover. This was
Sounds like you got taken advantage of a little bit. Yeah.
nah, dude.
I think-
I got hammered on those beers, dude."
Mine sound like a drunken interaction, a little misunderstanding. Yours sounded like you were used.
That's funny. I don't remember you going to psychology school.
Oh, you don't really, do you?
All right, Freud.
Yeah.
Not easy, Maslow.
No, I like how you bring that up, like when your moms would have to like talk to each other before you could have a sleepover or whatever.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Bro,
That's a big thing.
Me and Jared, we had a system because our moms never met, and
Hello there.
we were
You talking about his brother? Did he do it one time?
No,
for
no,
you?
no, no.
Oh, okay.
Even better, we got these 2 other girls to do it, but because like we what happened was my neighbor, who was like my best friend growing up, his mom had moved. He had this house to himself. We're 16. This is summer of sophomore year. You know what I'm saying? So like we're 16. We have this house. We're trying to hang out all the time, get fucked up all the time, shitty, and like So we'd have to like have Jared's mom call my mom, right? And it was really this girl. I don't know if you remember. I'll bleep this, but Nisha Patel. Do you remember her?
Ooh, she was very beautiful.
Little Indian girl.
Yeah, she was super cool too.
She's
She
my
ran cross
mom.
country.
She's my mom.
No
yeah,
way!
That's my mom right
Dude,
there.
you're so light-skinned.
Dude, I was like, Nisha, I need you to do something for me. It's like, you're the only one I know that can do this.
Why was it her? She just had that kind of mom voice.
Oh yeah, she was like a little Asian girl. I was like, yeah, you're gonna do
I
this.
thought Nisha Patel was Indian.
She is Indian. That's Asian.
Okay, Jesus Christ. Make sure to bleep that part. Sorry, folks.
And Jared had someone else for him too, but like that's the diversion we'd always make. So we'd always have them call our friends, and then we'd go and not stay at either of each other's houses.
Yeah.
Go stay at our boy's house that was completely empty, and we just fucking get
Were you
shitty
ever
in there.
scared that your mom would be like, she kind of sounds Indian?
No.
No?
I was very no. His mom would call.
Well, I didn't mean that as in like, you know, Indian.
And I think she did say that at some point because Jared's mom will say anything. Yeah. And but we kept it going for so long. There was this one time, bro. There was one time where I got caught with a can of dip by my mom, right? And then so we had to request, or it was like my mom was like, put it in an envelope, was like sending it back to Jared's mom.
Oh, bro, you're getting
to
sequestered.
be like your son is, or like I was like it was Jared. I think that's what it was. I was like, this is Jared's.
You dirty son of a bitch.
And I even told Jared, I was like, look, Jared, I got caught. I blamed you. And he was like, all right, we can figure this out. We're gonna call. I don't know if you remember Tessa Davis.
No.
No.
I don't
Okay. Well,
think
she was Jared's mom essentially. So we're like, we gotta call Tessa.
Yeah.
And she pulled through for us,
She
bro.
came through?
She came through for us. She nailed it. I took the envelope with a can of dip back to Jared's, and I was like, check it out.
No,
I was like, look at
we
this.
fucking
I was like, we're fucking doing
We're
it.
getting so
Yeah.
buzzed.
Dude, I was like, that was one. I mean, like, I don't feel that bad, honestly, because it was just funny at
Were
this
you
point.
dipping before you smoked?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You remember how big that was for a little bit? Remember
Dipping?
that first buzz though when you get on that shit? It felt like you were drunk.
The first time I dipped, actually, I didn't feel it at all. I was walking with Jared.
Pouch
so-
or long cut?
pouches.
Yeah, that'll do it.
Yeah, yeah.
Skull? Everyone does
No,
skull first time.
Grizzly.
Really? All right, you
Grizzly
double dog.
wintergreen pouches, baby. Yeah. So I remember, walking with Jared and going to our buddy's place to play Risk and dipping. But
That
yeah,
actually sounds amazing.
it was great. I mean, I'm so glad Zins exist now, though, because like dipping's gross.
Oh, dude,
Dipping is disgusting.
Do you know the amount of chicks I used to hit on with a fucking horseshoe in my mouth?
That would be like a move for some like country dudes would do that shit.
Oh,
like,
EKU, I still get
spitting
triggered from a
game.
tramp stamp and a fucking cigarette in their hand.
Right.
Fucking,
they'd use spitting as like a way to like end a sentence.
Yeah.
It's like
whenever
I think the Dodgers are gonna win it.
EKU
Yeah,
girls,
that's
Irish.
the period.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Like
Yeah.
that's the period. at the
Yeah,
end of
Oh,
the
I
sentence,
always knew
yeah.
baseball when I dipped.
Yeah, right. Exactly. You just somehow just know
Babe
baseball
Ruth
better.
today?
Right.
He's a fucking animal.
The Braves though, right?
Yeah,
Jeez.
God bless, dude.
Yeah.
Dylan, what you got? Hold on, I want to hear what was it? It had to be the same dynamic because your parents are fairly reserved, right?
Oh,
It seemed
yeah,
like they were
yeah.
pretty
Yeah,
strict
so-
about, especially you having sisters and stuff.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
Yeah, my go-to getting away in high school was my best friend in high school. His mom was cool with us drinking like at her house, like as long as
Yeah. Keep
give
it
her
there.
give her the keys, whatnot. And
That's
so
how
it was
in
it
Indiana,
was
too,
always
those
just
country
like
moms, bro.
yeah, it was always just like, hey mom, I'm going to stay with Cody tonight. Like
Yeah.
she's calling his mom and he's here. They're just hanging out, playing video
I'm so
games.
glad it's
And
not-
Yeah.
You can hear us in the background just
I'm so glad it's not cum cookies though.
Oh yeah, that's a
oh god.
Yeah, I was like, yeah, we made fresh batch. I'm not coming.
yeah.
I'm not. No pun intended.
Nah,
Man.
man, but nah.
That was the way to do it though.
Bless up that house.
That
though.
always-
that
Yeah.
house was a great.
That was always the
time,
best
man.
feeling too when you feel like you got away. You know, that last second, it's like maybe
Mm-hmm.
your parents didn't want you doing something, and you're like, but if I can just convince them that this is
Yeah,
happening,
yeah.
and then you're scot free for the rest of the
Yeah.
night. That's like the best.
Yeah, but
feeling.
then every morning when I show up at home, just I'm going to bed.
yeah.
It's probably pretty obvious.
Yeah.
In hindsight, but
See, let me
was
ask
up
you
till
this.
5,
Yeah.
rolling to home at 9.
I feel like every girl's house that I went to, this was in middle school when they were drinking out there, and I wouldn't even. I remember one time they gave me a daiquiri, and I was like, "What's in this?" And I remember taking a sip, and I was like, "My mom's gonna be pissed."
See, I used to be
gonna
like
smell
that,
it.
but like
Yeah. She's-
with mom's family, like going because when we were growing up until I got into high school and like started taking sports more seriously. We were in Northern Kentucky, the Cincinnati area. We were there at least once a month.
Yeah.
So like we were always around that side of the family, and every one of them drinks.
Yeah.
And so like I was always exposed to it to where like I was comfortable around it.
Yeah.
Well,
Like
and
it
I
never
always feel
like it
having
was
a
never
family there.
Well, and
you know?
that's how I had my first beers is like we'd be at a family event and my uncle, like my mom goes to bed, my uncle's like, you're not doing this for the first time with nobody around but people your age and acting a fucking fool. He's like, you're gonna sit down and have a couple beers with me and
Figure this shit out.
Yeah. It's like, okay, like
Well, and I will say this: I don't know if I'll ever be that parent, but I know for a fact now that I've gotten older, I would seeing all this stuff happen. I would much rather always have my son or my daughter in my house if they are going to do it.
Yeah.
So I get that standpoint.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But at the same
Oh
time,
yeah, I don't know if I'll ever be comfortable like
Exactly.
having other people's kids.
Exactly. But I will say this: every person's house that we ever went over that we were drinking at, it was always a girl's. It was always a girl's house.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
It was weird. It was always a girl's house.
See, it was the opposite. It was I mean, I guess that's kind of a small town thing, though. Like,
Which, if I'm a dad and I have a daughter, kind of the same thing.
Yeah,
where
yeah,
guess
yeah.
what? These boys are getting kicked the fuck
Yeah,
out.
yeah.
My daughter's not going to be at some dude's house drunk.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I can kind of see that, but at the same time, I'm like, fuck.
Yeah.
Okay, let's play Halo Reach. Be like me. You
Yeah.
know?
Just
What was
wanna
y'all's
hang out with
first
the
beer?
boys. First beer?
Yeah, first beer you ever. Mine was a Corona from my dad. It tastes like
mine
old
was
milk.
Mine was a Budweiser.
That's beautiful beer, though.
Yeah.
It's America's beer.
I don't remember my first beer.
But like for your first beer, like Budweiser heavy, like
Yeah, that's crazy.
When you first taste it, you're like,
it's like
this
that's
is,
fucking diesel.
my
Like,
Go- my
what
Go-Gurt
is this?
my
Like-
Go-Gurt is way better.
One of the first ones I had was Bud Light Platinum. I remember that.
Oh, I bet that was rough.
Was
Yeah,
that
that's
existing then?
rough.
When was
yeah,
that?
That's
I was
one of
like
the-
16, 15, 16.
That's one of the first beers that I got like drunk on, and
yeah.
terrible mistake.
horrible.
Like
What was that? What was Bud Light Platinum?
it's like it's essentially the same thing as Bud Light as far as like formula, but it's stronger. It's
It
like
was-
8%.
it was for
I
them
think,
to
I think
hit-
Platinums are 8%, if
God
I'm not mistaken.
damn.
I think it was 6 or I thought it was 6 because I remember it was them
Well,
competing.
but I
with-
mean, Bud Light's 4.5.
and you got to think the whole 2 extra. You're talking about IPA essentially is 6%. We're not doing Still Reserve. You know what I mean? Still Reserve or fucking what's that? Patty's one. They got that Irish one.
Oh, yeah.
It's like 8%. I remember when we first found Ice House and it was 6%. We went to Florida for our buddy's wedding, and this was literally like shows you how like little we know about the world. But fucking, we went down to Florida and found Ice House. We're like 6%, and we got a 30-pack. And I remember it was like $10. Yeah, and we were fucking like making sure, like, hey, was that from your box or mine, dude? Like fucking calling each other out for this shit ass beer.
Hey, you'll be 33 cents.
yeah,
bro.
dude.
Come on.
Like, what the this senior year of college? Fucking well, for me that was probably the third year of senior year.
Yeah.
But it was fucking. I just remember thinking about it. I was like, I was getting drunk on a beach in Florida drinking Ice House, and I was like, maybe I am Republican. Yeah.
Speaking of Republican, we got a UAW auto workers strike happening in the country right now, which is a relatively huge development because if our listeners aren't
it's Big
aware,
Four.
yeah, Big Four, the auto companies, and the auto, Ford was the
Three?
inventor of the 40-hour work week,
Yeah.
essentially, and it's insane. It's crazy, like seeing what they're demanding because it seems so like a lot. Like they're asking for 32-hour work weeks, same pay, all this other stuff that's like, very much beneficial to them that seems very one-sided until you realize like why they're asking for all this.
Yeah.
Is because back in 2008 when the auto workers when the auto companies almost had to shut down
When the
because of the
bubble
recession.
happened?
Yeah.
Okay.
The workers essentially, the union was like, okay, we'll take pay cuts, we'll eliminate cost of living raises, we'll like do all this stuff, we'll sacrifice a bunch on the workers' end so that we can keep the job and keep this going. Okay, so 15 years later,
They're asking for their fucking dues.
the same like things are still in place. They don't have cost of living increases. They don't have all this stuff. Overtime pay is like shitty, all this stuff. And they're like, yo, we bailed you out. And all you're doing with this extra money is like inflating your stock and selling it and buying it back and inflating it and doing nothing for the workers. So we're going to demand like more shit because like out of all the billions, possibly trillions we've made for the big three, now we're still getting fucked because we have gotten a $3 raise since 2008.
No, that's an absolutely fact.
Right. So at the end of it, like, you know, it's being framed as like, oh, these auto workers are demanding so much. It's like,
You just don't know.
because they gave up so much
Yeah.
You
to
don't know.
keep these companies afloat, and that all and like CEOs have changed. You know, they don't have
They're
any
making more now.
they don't have any like strategy for, you know, making the workers happier, like investing back into the company. They're like, no, we're just gonna, you know, artificially inflate our stock prices by buying it and then selling it, and then you know, our workers we'll find new ones. Is essentially what they're saying.
This is the same stuff to where when they're trying to frame it as the, in my opinion, I don't think the worker's ever in the wrong. The worker is making you your money.
I am
You know what I mean?
partial to unions for the most part.
Yes.
Same. Yeah.
And then back in the 1920s, when they were having this huge thing to where basically any type of propaganda towards unionization or during the workers' movement, then you were going to jail.
yeah. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like you were going to jail.
It was socialist. Probably.
Yeah, well, because that's what they believe. They believe we just came out of World War I, and we're thinking that we're terrified of socialism, which is a funny way of them and America just saying we don't want you to have anything else. You know what I mean? Sorry, that's me kind of going my Marxist side there, but in the same side, I'm just like, I'm always for these guys because I know for a fact from the many places I've lived, Dylan, you've lived in blue collar. I don't know if you ever have, but you've seen the backbreaking stuff that these fucking dudes do.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I mean, you're assembling cars. Like,
Yeah.
you're moving giant machine parts around, destroying your body in a factory for 12 hours a day.
The Toyota out there does so good because the people are coming to Georgetown and Rose because the pay is so good.
Well, yeah, Toyota is, you know, not part of the big four because it's like Ford, GMC,
'cause
Chevy,
Toyota's
and some
not
other.
American.
Right, exactly. And my mom works for Toyota. They have a completely different philosophy towards their workers. They have morning exercises every morning, you know, with each other to, like, you know, foster a company, and it's all
Childcare.
yeah,
like, all
lots of really good stuff, you know, from Toyota. I mean, like, that's on like the management side. I don't know about the workers, the assembly line side.
Everyone out there who's been there, it's a testament to where I work out in I work out.
You
in
don't have to do
Georgetown.
that every time.
That wasn't a parasite.
You know, maybe
that was
once a podcast is like, you know, I could let it slide.
That's just
the
how much.
second time, it's just like, you know,
We don't know what language that is,
well,
Paris.
it's just like, yeah,
we don't. If
Yeah,
yeah,
I
be
don't-
summoning a demon from catharsis.
yeah, that makes it kind of worse when you say it like
Yeah, that's
that.
true. That's a good point. But in regard, every worker out there that I've seen, because I work out there in Georgetown, they have been with the company for 20 plus years.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I mean? Every one of them. People are like, we've had so many people leave our job to go over there because they're waiting for positions to get open.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
Like when you're starting off making 25 an hour and then you just go up from that, when you're living in a town like that, you can really take care of yourself.
Yeah, yeah,
you
no
know?
doubt. And that's what I wanted to talk about this because I think it's really important because of the propaganda being pushed against the workers, because it seems like they're being held up as like entitled children that want all this stuff. It's like, no. Like, let's look at this historically and like see exactly why they want it. It's because, and if you told anyone else, like any average American, like what they sacrifice and what they're asking for, you know, maybe it's a bargaining tactic to be like, we want a 4-day work week and all this, you know, like really, really crazy stuff. And they want like 40% raises and all this. But when you break it out into the bigger macro perspective, you're like, oh, they sacrifice a lot. Oh, there's a precedent for this from 100 years ago, from when we're like, yo, we work on these cars that we can't afford. Like, that's kind of fucked up, don't you think? And then all the CEOs will have to say is that like they're entitled. They're, you know, like just asking for too much. It's like, what did you make last year? Like, it's $98 million?
Did you
Like,
see that
oh, I'm
Moderna?
sorry.
Moderna's going on strike as well.
Really?
Yeah, so they're going on strike as well. The I don't know if it's the health. I'm not for sure what part of Moderna, but the whole thing is that they found out because what they're asking for seemed very simplistic, and they found out that the CEO of the place makes, I believe, $7,200 every hour.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's atrocious. It's
Yeah,
atrocious how
and
much.
and it's crazy because it's like, first off, America is the country of the car. There is never going to be a time
Yeah.
where we don't need it. You know what I mean?
Yep,
You're going to
yep.
be continuously
Out of
making
all
money.
countries in the world.
Yes,
too.
there's like, you don't have to worry about a fucking rail system going all the way out to Utah. You know what I mean?
Which
Like,
would be nice.
It
but-
would be nice, but this is the country of the car. We've built highways, interstates, roads, everything. A massive amount of our infrastructure is based around the car. So you're gonna be good, CEOs. I promise you that.
Right.
You're gonna be just fucking
Yeah,
fine.
the need is going nowhere.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. It's like, what if you took a 50% pay cut off of $98 million? Oh, no, you only made $49 million this year. Oh, no. It's like, I get that, like, people need to make money for our economy to work, and there has to be incentive to do crazy things. It's just like, at the end of the day, Mr. Beast had a really interesting approach to this thing because he's in the chocolate game, right? And he was just like, like CEOs are just there to make money. They don't really have any interest in like the product, whatever. And they're not even the people that made the company. They're just the guy that's coming in now. Yep. And then Mr. Beast is like, he was on some interview. He was like, they were like, are you worried about the competition and all this stuff? He was like, none of those people there made the company.
Yeah.
He's like, what the fuck are they? Like, they don't know what it's like to make a company. They just manage it. It's like, I'm about to crush Hershey. Like, Mr. Beast is out here. It's like, I'm about to fuck them up because they're a bunch of just old fucks that don't actually care about their product. And like, I think that's great because it's at the end of the day, CEOs, they're important. But it's like, how important are you?
That's the thing with all these old companies in America that like have so much money is
shareholders.
Like, all these people that are being hired into these higher up positions.
Watch out for the hair.
All these people that are being hired into those higher up positions, the CEOs, the marketing, blah blah blah. All those people are no longer being hired to build a company. The company's already there.
Yeah.
And so they're being hired to make the company more money.
Yeah.
And so like of course you're doing your job well.
Yeah.
But at what cost to the public?
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like that, and that's just not even a thought in American culture anymore. It's just like, who gives a fuck?
It seems so.
But if we do this, we can cut costs here. It's like
because they're literally
the fuck are like? Why are you still trying to cut costs to make an extra $40 million? You know what I mean?
Not put back into your workers.
Yeah.
If you go back and look at any time period with the cars where they let out what's considered a shitty car for them, it was always during times of a certain recession. You could always find cars that were not that big of a sellers because they cut back. They didn't follow the same plan. They tried to cut corners and they tried to nickel and dime.
Yeah.
And that was always their excuse of why they couldn't essentially give a raise to their workers.
Yeah, I mean that's essentially like why bills like the recall bill were put in place.
It's always during times where people try to cut corners to save on costs.
Yeah.
And the thing is with that is that like it never ends well.
No.
It never ends well, and it's always points where you can literally hit it every single point, especially with the car manufacturers. There's always a certain year to where you can go back and look at their fucking records and see that they were going through a certain type of recession, and they cut corners to make this car. And it did nothing, but they sold it super cheap because then, and now I can buy a car, and guess what? Who's buying those cars? The people that are working there, you know what I mean? Just so they can afford a fucking car, So it's one of those things where they're perfectly fine. They're perfectly fucking fine. I'm never going to feel bad for this dude who, first off, is so completely separated from his workers in the first place. Don't tell me how to fucking live. Don't tell me what I need for my family. It's insanity.
Yeah, I mean, it's all off of the basis fact that like every single quarter we have to make more money than the last quarter, right? And it's like for some reason all stops there. It's just like, is the number this quarter bigger than this number in that quarter? And if it's not, what the like, it's so weird. It's like as if that's the only metric of like, oh, we're doing good. It has to be just like a straight y equals mx plus b fucking line through.
That's why, to me, how do I word this? That's why
they're fucking capitalist pigs.
Well, no, that's why I find sports more interesting than like the business world, because sports is so different in terms of how you anticipate success and how it actually occurs.
Yeah,
because like in
more meritocratic.
Well, but in sports,
God
like
bless you.
You don't have to say that every time you don't know a word.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
In sports, like there is no set formula to increase production at all times.
Yeah.
No matter what you do, what kind of athletes you have, who's on your team, who's coaching, who's your GM, there's no possible way for anybody to just steadily gain. Month to month, year to year.
And we all accept that.
Yes.
And that's why it works.
And that's how, like, to me, that's how business should be. Like, you're asking an impossible task of not only reality, but like of yourself, of your workers, of everybody associated with you. If you expect it to get better,
It's fake as fuck.
single time, like that's not realistic. Like
The thing that's blown my mind about business in general, and I guess sales, which everything is sales, is that, for instance, last year our company had the biggest year. They went from the year before of only being a $6 million store to the next year being a $16 million store. It's like 120% increase.
Damn.
Which is crazy. It's insane. So everyone came out fucking high rolling. But now, because prices increase on all the products, we are actually selling more product because we're selling more product, but because it's at a lower cost, we're actually not doing as well. Even though we're selling way more product than we did last year, that we're actually still not hitting our margins to where they're almost impossible. And it's impossible because it's still based off this whole algorithm that sets stuff off. But in these companies like this, to where your bonuses are based off how well you do and how much you push out, it seems a little unfair that now I'm supposed to reach for a $16 million goal right after a pandemic. You know what I mean? So it's blown my mind because I'm like, how does it not adjust? I'm like, it'll adjust next year.
It's because it's like,
Okay, I feel like you do it right now.
simultaneously, like, we had a great year, so we should lower prices, but at the same time, make more money than you did in your best year.
Yeah.
It's kind of crazy because like we have to get it to them cheap, but also make more money off of that. It's like asking, you're
Which is
burning a candle on
capitalism.
both
I
ends.
get it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, you're always supposed to, you don't want to strive for a lower goal. That's why most.
No, but I think the obsession with it is the danger. It's not wanting to be better every month. It's the
short-term
obsession-
look. I think
it's the obsession with
the quarter.
this quarter doesn't look as
Yeah,
this
yeah,
quarter
it's-
doesn't look as good as last quarter, so we have to make changes. It's like, no, maybe
But it's way better than the quarter prior, you know?
yeah,
I'd say
it's like maybe you just need to, do something better.
yeah.
Like, that's where you're talking about the meritocracy of it all. Is like in sports, like if somebody becomes better at your job than you lose your job.
Yeah.
Quarterback stops performing, what happens? He gets benched, and so they draft somebody else to come do it better than he can.
Yeah.
There is none of that, like the
Or like there's no nepotism in football. You know?
but there's also no more like repercussions in the business world if you fail.
Yeah.
It's like there's always an excuse. It's always, oh well, we just have too many employees. Let's fire. Let's lay off. Let's lay off 10,000 employees.
Yeah.
To
Instead of
save
let's look
our
at the
bottom
business
line.
model.
To save our bottom line instead of making a better company.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, you're not being rewarded. I think in a lot of cases, the reason people have a problem with capitalism is not the principles for which it stands, because like obviously if you're better at something you should make more money than another person doing the same thing.
Yeah.
But
People are cheating capitalism now, though.
people are now making worse products.
Yeah.
And just because they're better at a marketing campaign, we fall for it.
Oh,
It's like, what are we, like, at this point, it's like with phones, there is so many more capabilities on a lot of Androids than there are iPhones.
Yeah.
How many people do you know with an Android?
I love me an iPhone.
Because you send that green text and you're getting clowned. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like,
that's
it's like,
true,
okay,
dude.
but like my phone can do this, and this that yours can't, or it does it better than yours can.
No one gives a fuck if you get to upload a fucking GIF better.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
We got the GIF store.
Oh, you can't FaceTime? That sucks.
Yeah.
we've lost the meritocracy of what capitalism should be in America in a lot of ways.
But that's tricky because the meritocracy of it is like, did you make more money? And then the answer is yes. So it's like, okay, then you did good.
But what I'm saying is, it should, like, the money should be based on your performance instead of the other way around. Instead of the money being a reflection of performance.
What you get should be based
But
on
the
what
performance still is so drastically high now to where it's almost unattainable. You know what I mean?
But like the point with Mr. Beast, like he knows he can dominate Hershey's because, like Paris said, they're not focused on their products. They're focused on marketing. They're focused on the bottom line. They're focused on all this. So of course he can make a better product.
Yeah.
But like, is the American ideal of like just that Hershey's name being what it is and representing what it represents? Do the people care more about the product, or do they care more about
Okay.
The brand.
the name that's selling them the product?
So let me ask you this, a good segue on this real quick. So that made me think of old boy who's about to fight Logan Paul. That kind of makes me think of him. Are we interested so much in the actual product of what's about to? Are we so obsessed now with the
marketing
the
of
marketing
it.
of it?
Yeah,
You know what
it's
I
so
mean?
true. We love a show.
You know what I mean?
We love a show.
Boxing,
And we put
when's the
that
last time we
yeah.
paid
in a lot
for
of
an
ways we
actual
put that-
boxing
yeah.
match?
Right?
In a lot of ways,
You know?
we put the
Yeah.
how well you can sell things above.
I don't care what the
the
Baconator
actual-
tastes like.
Yeah.
Make that bitch look good.
Yeah,
Right?
dude.
Yeah, get some sexy lady advertising the Baconator. I don't care.
And that's why I feel like
Yeah.
that's, dude, our whole society right now is on some marketing stuff because I think, like we just said with, what's his name again? The dude going against
Dylan
him?
Dennis.
Dylan Dennis. Who the fuck is this guy? You know what I mean? He had his moment. Of course, he's a great jujitsu. He's probably world renowned at where he's at right now.
Yeah.
But tell me one time before all this happened that you've ever heard of this man. Besides, like the deep UFC,
Yeah.
Bellator fans out there.
Khabib
like,
McGregor fight.
but now we're about to see this stuff, and it's like, you tell me that like you love boxing and stuff like that. Tell me last time.
Yeah, there's people that like got privy to this a month ago, and they're like, "Yo, Dylan Dennis," and you're like, "You don't know who?" Like, no one knows who that is. Yeah.
boxing matches back in the day used to be like, this is a great match going on with two great guys. I don't know boxing that much, but it's going to be.
I'll watch it.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I'll
yeah.
watch it. And
Right.
now it's just like, okay, this shit's about to pop off.
Yeah,
on Twitter.
at this point, it's not about the boxing.
X.
It's like, yo, he's posting pics of his fiance.
Yes, dude, and
Yeah.
that's crazy.
Is it a scene from a movie? Oh God, I can't remember where I'm pulling this from, but I just remember a quote that I've heard before. I think it's in a movie. And he's like, "Do you like what they sold you? Or do you like how it was packaged to you?" You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
I
and
love a
that's-
good package though.
But that's
Bro.
like that's what America's become. Is
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
like we don't care about the product anymore.
Yeah.
My mom straight
Like-
up keeps the boxes of nice packages, bro.
Yeah,
It's like,
yeah.
do you really like what they sold you, or do you like how they sold it to you?
Yeah.
Like that.
Ronnie Chang has a
Fucked
really
up,
really good joke about Amazon on his very first special on Netflix.
Yeah.
He was like, just anybody at any time, he'd be drunk, whatever, 3 a.m. Say, I want one pen. Put that pen in a box and put it in a nicer box, and then put it in the box that you're going to send to me. And I want you to take it to my doorstep and then put it in my hand.
I want it now. I want it right now.
Dude, his whole bit about now, like,
2 days.
is
2
so-
days. Yeah, America is now.
Right.
He goes, yeah, like that. It's
Like
true.
2 days shipping. I want Prime now.
Dude, and straight up, because it's so weird when you say that, because it's like I'll go to Walmart and I know I can get it there. It'll be a little bit more expensive, and I'll see it on Amazon, and I'm like, 2 days though.
Yeah,
and it's like
yeah.
literally think about what all is going on. To
And they're
get
like, if you want to ship it in one package, we can get it to you in 14 hours.
Yeah, I'm like, I
You're
kind of want to
that
see it.
sounds better.
The other night I ordered something at midnight. It said to be here next day. I was like, holy fuck! And
Is
then
that today?
Yeah. I was like, what am I paying for?
Yeah, wait.
Yeah.
How good is the shipping though?
Like, I called up there. I was like, hey,
Hey,
sorry
hold
to
up.
bother you.
It's just now today.
No, you're drunk.
It's tomorrow. Is it here?
So I ordered in California. It's 12 here. I was doing some math, dude.
Yeah.
I was like, it was coming out of a McDonald's in fucking Philly. So, yeah.
Now, speaking of people getting fucked, our last topic of the night, we have a big old Sam Bankman-Fried court case happening here for all those
yeah.
that lost your millions on crypto. I'm sorry. Crypto in general, I guess, is dead. I don't know. Is it still alive? I'm sure drug dealers still use it on the black market, but I don't know that anyone's buying some Solana
world's
lately, you know?
fascination with that
Yeah.
blew my mind, because it was and I fell for it too. I was like, I'm missing out. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
I was like, whatever's going on, clearly there are smarter people than me at it. And then I realized, no.
No.
No, they are not smart.
This is groupthink.
Yeah,
This is
this
like
is-
millions of people making one brain, and that's kind of smarter, I guess.
This is me having a table of cups saying, hey, these are going quick, but really I'm the one buying the cups.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm like, you better buy yours right now.
Yeah.
It was, so
But the whole Sam Bankman-Fried thing, I'm once again, I'm not super privy on the topic. My understanding is that he essentially set up a
he was supposed to be
Coinbase.
the guy.
Like he set up like a market, like Coinbase, like Binance, like those places where you could, like a Robinhood, but for crypto. Essentially an exchange where you're like, you can put your money in here and it'll hold the crypto for you. And then what he did with that money was spent it on something else, right? Like took all that money and was like, hey, girlfriend, whatever, whoever she was like, make investments on this or something. He essentially hedged his money off the money that was coming in and made investments that failed and lost people billions of dollars.
Long story short, for anyone that's just like what Paris said, what it is he took people's money and showed that there was investment in this company by using the people's money that they were spending him or giving him,
and then reimbursing them with the
currency
token
that he created.
The token that he created on his own site, essentially, that is worth nothing technically. It's pretty much Shiba Inu, but Sam Bankman-Fried.
And you should have saw. I don't know if you guys can ever go back and look at the promoters they had for it. Like for instance,
They advertised. They had Super Bowl commercials. They had Tom Brady on that shit. They
all
had
of it,
so many
and
people.
that shows you how much propaganda and marketing is key to this shit.
Yeah, for
because
real.
the people doing that, they were brought into the court case, and I'm like, dude, I had no idea.
They were
Yeah.
like, yo, this methed out 24-year-old dweeb convinced me that he was going to make me $1 billion.
He went to Harvard. Both his families were very up in the academia, and like I think they were both lawyers. So like he was seen like he was the first, I think, before 25, like 24-year-old self-made billionaire. Essentially.
Yeah.
So they were saying his whole idea, his whole market statement was, I'm evening the playing field for those that don't know about crypto or that can't afford it. I'm giving you an opportunity to get into it, essentially.
That's code for I'm going to rip you the fuck
Yes.
off.
Oh, yeah.
You dumb fucks.
Everything can be equated in crypto to Fire Festival.
Hey,
You're
buy more
promised
dope.
something that is
sounds-
never
it
going to
just
happen.
sounds like a pyramid scheme.
Yeah,
like,
for real. Hey, Dogecoin's at 3 cents.
What's so funny is we're sitting here talking about it, but where the fuck was this when this was happening? You know what I mean? Like, where was the Fed
That's
when all this was
amazing.
going down?
I mean,
You
yeah,
know,
it was
like,
unregulated. The rules hadn't caught up. He found his avenue and fucking did it. And then, I mean, wrong is wrong. You know, you don't take people's money and invest it and lose it and just be like,
Yeah.
sorry, like I lost your money. I know
Yeah.
Tom Brady said you'd have money, but you don't.
Yeah.
It's like, that's fucked up. Like wrong is wrong at any level. And the biggest issue I have on this is everyone's sucking this dude's dick about how he was like such a revolutionary, like, oh, he was gonna change the world. He can sit there and be on conference calls with the most important people while he's playing League of Legends. He's a fucking, he's a savant. It's like, no, he's a scam artist.
Yeah,
Clearly
exactly,
that loved Adderall. Like, I mean, he's any 24-year-old today. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? Like,
and these people are turning on him left and right.
yeah.
And like for instance, one of the shells that he had was this company that they propped up, and there's this whole thing about like when you're funding. I'm not even trying to act like I know, but essentially this company was inside of his house, and he was based in the room that his girlfriend worked in and ran that company. And
Wow,
they said
sounds
it was
like ours.
And yeah, it was like a primary investor,
Right.
and that investor
His
is
fucking company was at his house. And
Yeah.
they did have a room.
yeah, dude, LLC that shit, dude. But
Man. But
No.
yeah, so watch out there for your crypto other stuff. I'm sure.
That's all that's
dude.
going.
I mean, if you're still in it, I guess you're brain dead or something.
Are
but
NFT still a thing?
like, no way, dude. Who's buying an F? I mean, like maybe in like 10 years they'll be worth something. But at this point, come on. No one, you can't fall for that.
Non-tangible. It means
If someone comes to
non-tangible.
you in 2023 with an NFT idea, like you got to be like, if you're falling for that now, like you deserve it.
Dude, we're gonna go in waves. Next year, it's gonna be a fucking NFT cryptocurrency based coin. You know what I mean?
think so?
Like, it's gonna be just
That's
straight-
interesting. It might come back. That's
Oh,
the
yeah,
interesting part
yeah.
is it might come back.
Ponzi schemes. Always
You know what? Invest in
come-
Dogecoin. Fuck it. Hold diamond hands. Fuck it. Just do it. Yeah, you'll be
Ponzi
rich.
always come. It gives life to something else. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If that's as seen on TV with a fucking ShamWow, or if that's a Coinbase product making billions, it is all. I can promise you. If it looks too
ShamWow.
good to be true, it always is.
Yep. Yep.
It always is.
Yep. Well, with that, I think we can wrap up. Back for season 3 of the podcast.
Back for season 3,
I know.
It feels good.
Yeah.
Feels good to finally
And I
get
want
back
you
on
guys
the
to know
back on
we
the
are going to
airwaves.
finish.
We're gonna
this.
get back to this. Yes, we haven't abandoned it. It won't be abandoned
We're
at
gonna
all.
get this. We're
Yeah.
gonna start making a move. But no, I'm so happy to be back. Dylan, thank you again for being the fucking hostess with the mostest.
Yeah.
And
And yeah, I mean, like, on a more serious note, we didn't address any of this at all. We've been gone for like a month and a half.
Yeah.
But like, you know, shit happens. A lot of stuff has gone on. There's a lot of things out there. Take care of yourselves out there, because you
Absolutely.
know, we gotta just look out for each other. And we will be here more consistently now, and we'll be here to look after you, because we all need it at this point.
for sure.
Because goddamn, if you don't feel stuck in static at this point in life, I don't know who you are. You must be killing it. Good job. Yeah.
well, and per usual, make sure you give a shout out on Instagram.
Yeah.
We're rocking back on TikTok now.
And shout out Brady Wilson wherever you can find him on social media, and tell him to study and actually study.
Yeah, hey, put some good energy towards that test.
Yeah, because I mean, we miss him. We want him here. He just needs to pass this fucking test.
Yeah.
This is all. So give Brady some love, or hate, whatever you think is going to motivate him. Because I think Brady's kind of motivated by.
I think I've realized now that if you just tell him to do something, he'll do the opposite. So how do you do the opposite of that?
yeah, right. Like, Brady, you're never going to pass this test.
Yeah. So maybe hate.
Yeah.
Maybe hate.
That might be the way to do it. You got to hate on him, because that's his energy. That's his energy for sure.
You definitely need to say something about denim stupid.
Yeah.
Coming in denim season, that'll hurt.
Say something about CM Punk.
Oh, that'll do it too.
We should get a what's it called, where you have the celebrities give you a little shout out? What's that called?
Oh,
Like,
that's on the
cameo.
website.
Cameo.
Yeah, cameo.
We should get CM Punk to do one for Brady.
He's definitely
Oh,
Tell him
man.
to be like, you
That'd
will
be-
never come to a show of mine if you don't
Yeah.
pass this fucking
We need to try and
exam.
get Ric Flair on there before he fucking goes. Woo! Brady, you beat a failure.
Speaking of which, Ric Flair walked off of the Kill Tony podcast.
Oh,
recently.
that was
See
hilarious.
that? Yeah.
No way.
Yeah. He was like, I don't stand for making fun of people. He
Yeah.
was drunk as fuck.
Yeah.
He was like,
It's like, clearly
Yeah.
you did not watch a single episode
Right.
of Kill Tony before you agreed
he was
to
falling
this.
asleep on
Like,
stage and everything.
Yeah.
His fucking publicist and agent was like, damn.
Yeah. I fucked up. I'm sorry.
They're like, Rick, we've got to get paid.
Yo, Ric Flair looks kind of lame now doing that.
My
Look a
man's
little
been
lame.
bleeding gin and tonic for fucking 30
Well,
years.
since Brady isn't here to defend it, Ric Flair's kind of fucking lame, you know? Yeah, he's kind of, I don't know about him.
Well, Paris, I'm not going to let that slide.
Yeah. You are, though.
All right,
Well,
guys.
hey, absolutely. We enjoyed seeing you all. So glad to be back. We're back in it now. And let's get stuck in the static, boys. Yes, sir.
Hit that button.
Let's get it.
Nope.
What's the right button?
Nope.